KTKZ FM, Dunnigan, Sacramento. KTKZ Sacramento. KTKZ News Talk. Coming up, River Cats Baseball on KTKZ, 1380 AM. To hear KTKZ News Talk, tune to KTKZ 105.5 FM.
Hit it! The River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
This is Sacramento River Cats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Gotta get a hit. Hey! The River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
The Sacramento River Cats, the AAA affiliate of the Oakland A's and five-time champion of the Pacific Coast League Southern Division. It's now time for the Heineken On Deck Show. Heineken, it's all about the beer. Here now is the voice of the River Cats, Johnny Dotzko.
Well, hi, everybody. We're at Franklin Covey Field in Salt Lake City, Utah. River Cats baseball is on the air tonight, or today, rather. This is the final game of this five-game set. Salt Lake has won 3 of the first 4. River Cats trying to make it 2 out of 5 before going back home to trying to get some momentum for that 4-game set against the Fresno Grizzlies. The I-99 rivalry will begin once again tomorrow. River Cats, one of 16 games they will play against the Fresno Grizzlies, and many of those games coming up. So 4 starting tomorrow at Rayleigh Field. But first things first, River Cats and the Salt Lake Bees. River Cats 37-39, 2 games under 500 for the first time in a month. Our Paint in the Corners pitching matchup today, presented by Frizzy Paint and Wall Covering, the official paint company of the River Cats. It'll be the Hawaiian Punch-Out. Right-hander Shane Komine to get the call for the River Cats. 3-7, 5.79, 77 2/3 innings, 98 hits. He's walked 27 and struck out 63. He'll be opposed by the former Tacoma Rainier right-hander Jeff Haberlow, who's 2-2. An ERA of 5.56, making his 6th appearance in his 5th start. 22 2/3 innings, 20 hits. 14 walks and 12 strikeouts. Opponent hitting .238 against him. He was actually in the independent Western League, the Golden League rather, down south, and picked up now by the Angels and assigned here to AAA. Jeff Haberlow, the 5th starter, and should be a lot of fun today. The River Cats and the Salt Lake Bees. That is our Painting the Corners pitching matchup, presented by Frizzy Paint and Wall Covering. When it's time to paint, visit the Brazil location nearest you. The River Cats losing a tough one last night, 3-2 on a Ryan Buddy walk-off homer, a solo shot in the 10th off right-hander Jason Carnuth, as Salt Lake won their 45th game in 75 tries. And with the win, Salt Lake now 5 games up on the Tacoma Rainiers. Rainiers won again. They've won 6 straight. As far as the River Cats are concerned, now 10 back. Tucson came back to win that game against Las Vegas. They won 6-5. So the River Cats are a season-low 10 games back in the PCL South. We'll have more right after this.
How do they make the Heineken cake can? Theory number 51. They cloned a smaller version of a keg.
Hey, Doc, you did another sheep.
I know! I'm knocking on it!
Theory number 15. They put a full-sized keg in ice water, hoping it would shrivel.
Did it shrivel?
Yeah. Look.
I meant the keg. Oh, cute, though.
The one-of-a-kind Heineken cake can. How did they do that? Imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
We love life.
I'm here on the street where all the neighborhood grills are gathering. There seems to be a strike of some sort. Here comes a grill now. Sir, your name, please.
Weber.
What's your beef?
We're tired of grilling low-grade meat. It tastes bad, and we get blamed for it.
What are your demands?
Roseville meat. 60 different marinated meats, tri-tip, chicken breast, even exotic meats.
Wild boar. USDA Prime.
You heard it here. Roseville Meats, 700 Atlantic Street, just a mile off I-80 in Roseville.
Hi, this is Bobby Crosby. Tune in all season long to River Cats Baseball with Johnny D on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, the umpires are gathered around home plate as Casey Mosier, the home plate umpire today, Chris Guccione at first, A.J. Wendell at second, and Scott Chamberlain at third. We're getting very close to game time. Keep it here. We'll have the Low Jack starting lineups, the recipe for victory in the first pitch. We return right after this.
You've been listening to the Heineken On Deck Show. Heineken, it's all about the beer. Stay tuned. Starting lineups and the first pitch is next.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Hey, got the up and everybody plays now.
How do they make the Heineken cake can? Theory number 8. They humiliated a full-sized keg and made it feel small.
You're pathetic. You're weak. You disgust me. You are nothing. Look at that waistline. You're just a big, fat, porky keg. big toe.
The one-of-a-kind Heineken K-Can. How did they do that? Imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
Hit it! The River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
This is Sacramento River Cats baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Gotta get a hit. Gotta get a hit. Hey! The River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
The Sacramento River Cats, the AAA affiliate of the Oakland A's and five-time champion of the Pacific Coast League Southern Division. River Cat Baseball is brought to you in part by Rayleigh's in Bel Air, famous for fine meats and produce. Miller Genuine Draft, golden rich flavor, remarkably smooth. Miller, good call. AT&T, the new AT&T, your world delivered. Heineken, it's all about the beer. And by Sacramento Coca-Cola, proud founding partner of River Cats Baseball. Coca-Cola, make it real.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Gotta get a hit. Gotta get a hit. Hey! The River Cats are up and everybody plays down.
Here now is the voice of the River Cats, Johnny Dosco.
All right, back here at Franklin Covey Field in Salt Lake City, Utah. River Cats Baseball is on the air. Glad you're with us on this Sunday. Hope you had a great Sunday so far, and thanks for making us a part of your Sunday. River Cats will return home tomorrow night. Take on the Fresno Grizzlies. The Giants Top Farm Club will give you the LoJack starting lineups for both teams. First, the Sacramento River Cats, the Oakland A's, AAA affiliate here in the Coast League. Mark Kiger will lead things off. He's the shortstop. It'll be D'Angelo Jimenez to bat second. He's at second base. Nate Espy will bat third. He's at first base. Scott McLean's the third baseman batting fourth. Jason Perry will play right field. He's in the 5 slot. Jeremy Brown doing the catching. He's batting 6th. John Baker is the designated hitter. He's batting 7th. It'll be Charles Thomas to bat 8th, and he is in center field. Richie Robnett is the left fielder, and he is batting 9th. For the Salt Lake Bees, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, AAA affiliate here in the Pacific Coast League. Reggie Willits will lead things off. He's in center field. Curtis Pride is the left fielder batting second. Howie Kendrick is in the 3 spot. He's at second base. The River Cats have done a nice job of keeping Howie Kendrick in check so far in this series. Mike Elward in the cleanup spot. He's the designated hitter. Jeff Mathis will do the catching, and he's batting 5th. Jason Espedo moves up to the 6th hole. He's in right field. Ryan Buddy will bat 7th. He's at first base. Corey Myers is the third baseman batting 8th, and Casey Smith is batting 9th, and he is the shortstop. Is Jeff Haverlow, the right-hander, who is a 6'1", 210-pounder. He is 28 years old, lives in Moses Lake, Washington, and had 46 appearances for the Rainiers last year. He was 6-3 in the area of 4.61, and 44 walks and 71 strikeouts. Well, right now we have a little time. Let's give you the recipe for victory. Here's Andrew Beatty.
Johnny D, the recipe for victory today. Well, I think today was going to be a good day. We don't have the shadows. We've had a couple good pitchers thrown against us in the last couple days, and we threw fairly well versus them in a ballpark that everybody usually hits and have been low-scoring and low-hitting ball games. Today, I think everybody should be able to see the ball fairly well because it'll be nice and bright out, no shadows. Key to victory today, get on the board early and just keep hounding those pitchers.
Nice work, Andrew Beatty. Our recipe for victory. Recipe for victory brought to you by Certified Angus Beef. Angus Beef at its best. Available only from Rayleigh's and Bel Air. So here we go. Jeff Haverlow. Salt Lake Bees wearing the black tops with the yellow letters and numbers. Different uniforms that we've seen. The River Cats wearing the maroon tops with the gray pants. Tiger steps up there in the first pitch from Haverlow. Fastball misses inside. We're underway. It's 1-0. Tiger at 228 on the season, a couple of homers, driven in 13 runs. Gorgeous day here in Salt Lake. There's a 1-0 pitch. That swung on a towering drive, hit down the left field line and hooking foul, not a play. And it's 1-1. Tiger had the night off last night. He ended up getting in there. I guess made some changes in the end as Tiger pitch ran for Espy in the 8th inning of that game. It was a good ball game, I'll tell you. The right-hander to the plate and the pitch. Haverlow delivers, and the pitch is swung on a miss. Tiger tried to hold up, but could not, and it's 1-2. And the River Cats 2 games under for the first time since the 24th of May. There's the 1-2 pitch. That's swung on. It's foul down the right field line, slicing out of play. And it remains a 1-2. We'll set the Salt Lake Bees for you defensively. Ryan Buddy is at first base today after that walk-off home run last night. Howie Kendrick at second with Casey Smith at short and Corey Myers at third. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Kiger. That's foul back. Curtis Pride in left. Reggie Willits in center. Jason Espedo in right. Jeff Mathis is doing the catching, and on the hill, the right-hander, Jeff Haberlow. They've been good ball games here at Franklin Covey as the 1-2 pitch. That's taken outside. Ball 2-2-2. And a 1-0 gem by Jared Weaver 2 nights ago. A 2-hit shutout. He struck out 14 with a 3-2 Salt Lake victory last night. It's a very good game. There's a 2-2 pitch. That's hit foul. The first base out of play. So Tiger is seeing some pitches here from Haberlow. Now remains at 2-2. Rivercats winning game 2, 7-4, counting up 13 hits. Really the only game where they were able to get anything going offensively. They had 8 hits in the opener. They lost 8-2. It was all Salt Lake. Fastball misses inside. It's now 3-2 on Kiger. So this will be the 9th pitch that Kiger sees in the at-bat. 3-2 the count. Right-hander, leg kick in the 3-2 pitch. That swung on him to center field for a base hit. Good base hitting by Mark Kiger. So Kiger lead off single here in the first. I'm going to pick up the second baseman, D'Angelo Jimenez. Jimenez still looking for his first hit. Jimenez was 0 for 5 in the ball game last night. So D'Angelo with over 2,000 major league at-bats. 211 for Texas this year, a homer and 8 driven in. As the pitch is swung on, hit up the middle on one. A nice play by Kendrick. He will feed the shortstop Smith over to first double play. Nicely done. A 4-6-3 double play. Kendrick making that play to his right. Goes Kendrick to Smith to Buddy. And just like that, there are 2 away in the first. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Nate Espy. Espy hitting .303 on the season, 6 homers. He's driven in 29 runs. It has planted himself in that number 3 slot. He's been in there now for quite a while as Haberlow delivers and the pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. The guys have complained about the shadows here, but there are no shadows to speak of in this day game. They say the toughest at bat for these hitters here at Franklin Covey Field. The first at bat when the game starts at 7 o'clock here. Pitch taken for a strike. It's quickly 0-2 on Espy. But it's really the pitchers aren't going to feel sorry for the hitters at all at this ballpark, the way the ball flies here. Hitters consistently complain about that first at bat. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This is inside, almost hits Nate. It's 1-2. Just the start of things. Rivercats and the Bees. Best the Rivercats can do is win 2 out of these 5 ball games. We'll see Salt Lake coming up in a couple weeks at this ballpark, and of course Salt Lake will come to Raley Field after the Grizzlies come to town. The 1-2 pitch, that's one bounce back to Haberlow on one hop. Jeff gloves it, jogs a couple of steps, tosses it to Buddy, and the inning is over. So Espy did well, but right at the pitcher, no runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We're through half an inning. Sacramento nothing. Salt Lake coming up.
Not even the luckiest guy in the world will go through life without the delivery guy for getting his Coke. But we can't blame them. Their title is pizza delivery guy or Chinese food delivery guy, not Coca-Cola delivery guy. You'd be way more shocked if they remembered the Coke and forgot the fried rice. So give the guy a break. He's worked 4 pro football seasons, 3 NCAA March Madness tournaments, seen the rise of NASCAR and the blizzard of 2002. We should be offering him the Coke.
Interested in an extra $100,000? Then all you have to do to enter to win is take a test drive at the Roseville Auto Mall before they sell their 500,000th car. 16 dealers, 21 brands, and a proud sponsor of the Sacramento Rivercats. Eureka Road off I-80 right on Sunrise. Home of the $100,000 giveaway. Vehicle test drive required with valid California driver's license, but no purchase necessary to enter or win. See dealer for details.
In baseball, you can tell a real pitcher by his ERA and a real fan by his HD TV. Yep, high-definition TV from Comcast Digital Cable. You've never seen baseball like this, with amazing color and detail so lifelike you'll be reaching for your mitt. Plus, you'll get a huge lineup of premium and local programming in HD. You know, for those 5 minutes a week you're not watching sports. So this season, don't just see the game, be the game with HD TV from Comcast. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Hi, this is Kirk Sarlo. Tune in all season long to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning. No score in the ball game. It'll be Reggie Willits followed by Curtis Pride. And there goes the crowd, Mike. And Howie Kendrick. Those are the three hitters. Fortunately, nobody's hurt. Everybody seems to be okay. There are not any patrons right below the crowd, Mike, fortunately. So everything's off Reggie Willits. Reggie Willits at 325, 3 homers, and 33 driven in. Well, it's a switch hitter batting left-handed. We'll set the Rivercats for you defensively. Defensive alignment is brought to you by Noble Way Pest Control. They'll let bugs and rodents drive you away. Called the Knights of the Noble Way. And 9169-2990-20. Comini's fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Nate Espy at first base. D'Angelo Jimenez at second base today with Mark Kiger at short and Scott McLean at third. 0-1 pitch. That's swung and bounced down to the second baseman on 2 hops. Up with it cleanly Jimenez. He flips it to first in time, and there is 1 away. So 1 down. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, the left fielder. Richie Robnett is in left field. Charles Thomas in center. Jason Perry in right. Doing the catching is Jeremy Brown. On the hill, the right-hander, Shane Comine. Comine in his last start against the Tacoma Rainiers ended up going 5 1/3, allowing 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He walked 1 and struck out 7. That was back on the 19th. Now, Comini piggybacked Justin Dukeshire. He actually pitched pretty well, but unfortunately, the Rainiers, actually, Comini ended up with the loss in that game. He worked into the 7th inning as the right-hander delivers and the pitch taken for a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1 on Pride. Comini had worked 5 scoreless innings, and then in the 7th inning did not get much defensive help. Actually, he hurt himself with a big error in that inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's taken for a strike. Good fastball, same spot. It's 0-2 on Pride. Curtis at 355, 3 homers and 26 driven in. No score, bottom half of the first inning from beautiful Franklin Covey Field. A little bit of snow in the Wasatch Mountains. As Comini, the leg kick and the 0-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball 1-1-2. Game number 77 for the Rivercats. 37-39, 19-20 away from Raley Field, 18-19, a place that they have dominated over the years. And they're a game under 500 at home, which is actually a little surprising as Comini out of a windup. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Pride. That swung on and fouled back. Remains at 1-2. Comini said there are times when he feels like he is in tune and has a good rhythm, and other times where he has struggled. He has had times where he has had real bad bullpens, and he goes in the game and pitches extremely well. And then other times where the opposite is true. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Off speed, bounce to the left side. Backhanded by the shortstop. Kind of no chance. He tried to smother it. He got a glove on. Even if he comes up with a clean, there's no way he throws out Pride. So an infield single for Curtis Pride. That'll bring up the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. Here's Howie. The Rivercats have pretty much held in check. Kendrick at 386 with 10 homers and 50 driven in. Kendrick had a base hit in 4 at-bats last night. RBI single, and he scored in that 4th inning. Kendrick in this series has 4 hits. As Comini over to first, going and standing up his Pride, and he gets back in safely. When you hold Kendrick to 4 hits in 4 games, You're doing your job as a staff the way this guy's been hitting this year. Comini at the belt. And again, the first to keep an eye on Curtis Pride. Pride gets back. 345 down the left field line. 375 left center field alley. 420 to dead center. Goes out to 410 deepest part of right center. 315 down the right field line as Comini over to first to check on Curtis Pride. Pride has been the most successful base stealer for the Salt Lake Bees this year, as he has stolen 17 bases in 20 attempts. Shane with that good move as he comes to the plate this time as it misses inside, and it's 1-0. Brian Harper, the skipper of the Bees, coaching at third base. Jim Edward over there at first. Jimenez and Kiger in double play depth as Pride takes his lead. And the pitch. That's taken for a strike, and it's 1-1. Yeah, 7:05 start tomorrow night from beautiful Rayleigh Field. It'll be Juan Dominguez to get the call for the River Cats. Dominguez is trying for his sixth win as the pitch taken inside of the fastball. And it's now 2-1 on Howie Kendrick. Dominguez 5-8 on the year. ERA closing in on 6. He had a rough start here in Salt Lake in the first game of this series. Comini at the belt. And goes over to first, and again back in safely is Curtis Pride. Comini has picked off 6 base runners already this year, including 2 in one game. Yeah, he picked off 2 Portland Beavers in one game earlier this year. Is Comini at the belt. And then is cheating towards second base. Here's the pitch. That fastball misses up and in. It's now 3-1 on Kendrick. Giving the River Cats credit last night. They were down 2-1 with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. On the edge of oblivion in the game, and Thomas hit a ball. Pride did not take the best route to the baseball. As the runner goes, pitch is swung on a foul back. It's 3-2, but still a double for Thomas nonetheless. A hard hit ball to left center. Give his 22nd RBI of the year. The River Cats have tied it up. We're going to see Ryan Buddy break their hearts in the bottom half of the 10th inning. So Pride was going 3-1. See if he's going 3-2 here. Comini over to first again. They keep an eye on him. Yeah, we'll see Salt Lake beginning Friday night. Yeah, Friday through Monday. The Bees will be in town. As the runner goes, the 3-2 pitch, that's swung on and fouled back. What do you say about Kendrick in this series? Just watching his approach at the plate and watching him battle pitchers and seeing him foul off pitch after pitch after pitch. So he just has 4 hits. He still has been impressive looking at the plate. Brian Harper flashing the signs near what used to be the third base coaching box over there. Pride takes his lead as the right-hander Comini at the belt, and the runner goes. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and lifted to left center. Robnett going back, and so is Thomas. It'll be Charles Thomas to make the catch, and there are 2 away as Pride returns to first. So 2 down in the first, and they'll bring a Mike Elworth, the designated hitter. Now, Jason Windsor's 9 strikeouts last night. That tied a River Cats season high for a starting pitcher. Chad Godin struck out 9 at Oklahoma. I'm sorry, he was 1 shy. He nearly matched the strikeouts on Godin. Struck out 10 in that game. May 9th at Oklahoma as the pitch taken for a strike 0-1 right after that game. Chad Godin a couple days later, was called up to the big club. And he's been up there ever since. As Comini over to first to check on Pride. No score in the game. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. Johnny Dosko with you. Kelvin Sow is our engineer. Pride takes his lead as Comini at the belt in the 0-1 pitch. That swung on and bounced over the glove of Comini. It'll be gloved by Kiger. And he will step on the second base bag, and the inning is over. So 6 unassisted. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. We're through an inning. It's the River Cats nothing and the Bees nothing. Top of the second after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ and the River Cats Radio Network.
Sign up for Smud's Home Power in-home electrical repair service for $5.95 per month, and you'll be entered into the ultimate Home Power Home Run Sweepstakes, brought to you by Smud and the River Cats. For a limited time, when you sign up for Home Power online, you'll receive a pair of River Cats tickets and be entered to win tickets on a limo ride to an Oakland A's game, lunch with a River Cats player, 2007 River Cats season tickets, or first pitch and a night in the River Cats luxury suite. Visit smud.org and sign up for Home Power today. See smud.org for official rules.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a six-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
We have all heard the stories of the great fires that struck the cities of Baltimore, Chicago, and San Francisco. Many lives were lost and millions of dollars of property destroyed. Back then, fire protection systems did not exist. With the advent of fire sprinkler systems came the skilled professionals who install them. Union Sprinkler Fitters are highly trained professionals who are proud to protect your home, schools, workplace, and property. Since 1915, Union Sprinkler Fitters have been making your life more livable by helping to make you, your family, and coworkers safe. This message is brought to you by Road Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669, serving the greater Sacramento area with pride and distinction.
You're listening to Sacramento River Cats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. River Cats Baseball is brought to you in part by Chevron with Techron, the first gasoline to be designated top tier by leading automakers. Comcast, more programs you want to watch in HDTV. That's Comcastic. And by Alpine Meats, satisfying taste buds since 1936.
We go to the top of the second inning. It's a scoreless baseball game. It'll be Scott McLean, Jason Perry, and Jeremy Brown. Numbers 4, 5, and 6 to face the right-hander Jeff Haverlow. As Haverlow to the plate and the pitch to McLean. A fastball misses inside. It's 1-0. Tony DeFrancesco coaching at third base. Keith Ginter over there at first with a day off. Here's the 1-0 to McLean. That misses outside. Ball 2, 2-0. Haverlow shakes off a sign, and the 6-1 right-hander out of a windup. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's swung and a miss. Good changeup from Haverlow there, and it's 2-1 on Scott McLean. I find it mind-boggling that the River Cats have no home runs in this series at this ballpark. There's a 2-1 pitch. That's taken inside. It's 3-1. We're talking about 37 innings. 37 innings. River Cats have no home runs at this ballpark. Hard to believe. Here's the 3-1 pitch to McLean. That's swung on and popped up. The first baseman, Ryan Buddy, in fair territory, calling for it, and makes the catch about 19 feet behind the first base bag, and there is one away. So one down in the second. And I'm opening up Jason Perry, the right fielder. With a Roseville Auto Mall, proud sponsor of the River Cats, home of the $100,000 giveaway. Take a test drive, and you're entered to win $100,000 when they sell 500,000 cars. Eureka Road off I-80, go right on Sunrise. Tucson coming back from a 5-3 deficit last night to defeat Las Vegas 6-5. Koplov, the winning relief. And with the win is the pitch to Perry. So a line drive, base hit down the right field line. That could go for extra bases. Playing the carom is a speedo. Digging for two is Perry. He's into second base with a stand-up double. So Jason Perry, his 6th double in AAA and his 34th AAA hit. And that'll bring up Jeremy Brown, the catcher. And Tucson, with that win, they go to 47-29. They're playing 6-18 baseball, the best record in this league. Half game better than Round Rock. So Tucson with an 8-game lead over Vegas, a 10-game lead over the River Cats, a 15.5-game lead over Fresno. Here's Jeremy Brown, right-handed hitter with Perry at second. Haverlow checks second, and the pitch to Brown. That's a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Now you're going to have the opportunity to see some flamethrowers for the Fresno Grizzlies coming out of that bullpen. Matt Anderson, right-hander, coming out of that pen. Merkin Valdez, who's been clocked at 101 at one point this year. Fastball misses inside. It's 1-1. And Brian Wilson, Eric Threets. So they have some hard-throwing pitchers out of that bullpen for Fresno. The starting pitching's been a little inconsistent. The bullpen's been a little inconsistent for the Grizzlies this year. With a 1-1 pitch. That's swung on, hitting the right center for a base hit. Hitting a late start was Perry. He thought that ball was going to be caught, so he has to hold it third. So first and third with one out. I'm going to bring up the designated hitter, John Baker. There's Baker. Yeah, Perry just kind of misread it, and the ball was hit off the end of the bat by Jeremy Brown, and I think Perry thought it may stay up there long enough for Espedo to make the catch on. But it's first and third now with one out. Here's Baker. John at 299 on the year, 3 homers and 27 driven in. Rivercats need a breakout game here after 3 games in this series. It has been very tough. Just one game the Rivercats have really been able to swing the bat well. That was game 2. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball bounced down to short. Might be 2. Smith to Kendrick for 1. On to Buddy. Double play. Unable to score. So a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. No runs, 2 hits, a man left. We're doing an inning and a half. Sacramento nothing, and Salt Lake nothing. Back with the bottom of the second after this.
True fans of our national pastime know that a regulation big league baseball is made of cowhide, held together by exactly 108 double stitches. And serious gasoline aficionados, of whom there have to be millions, right? know Chevron with Techron was the first gasoline designated top-tier gasoline by BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota. So if you ever need a good baseball trivia question, remember 108. And if you're wondering what's great for your car, the correct answer is Chevron with Techron.
Hey, I just found a great way to refinance the remodeling I want to do to my house.
Oh, how's that?
I'm getting an equity loan from the Golden One Credit Union. Their equity loans have a great low rate.
Well, I can see how an equity loan may save you some money, but why use an equity loan for the financing?
Because the interest may be tax deductible. But always consult your tax advisor regarding deductibility of interest.
Yeah, I've been thinking about buying a new car.
Oh.
And if I buy it with money from a Golden One equity loan, I may be able to save money with a low rate and possibly save on taxes.
Right.
It looks like an equity loan from the Golden One is a great way to save money when it's necessary to borrow.
It sure is. Golden One members can use equity loans to make major purchases, consolidate debt, or for things like financing a college education. A Golden One equity loan application is quick and easy to fill out, and you can apply by visiting golden1.com, any Golden One office, or by calling 1-877-GOLDEN-1.
Anyone who lives or works in the Sacramento area can join the Golden One and experience service with a personal touch. The Golden One is an equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Steve Stanley. Tune in all season long to Sacramento Rivercats baseball with Johnny Vasco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score in the game. As the right-hander Shane Comine will face Jeff Mathis, Jason Espedo, and Ryan Buddy. And with Perry misreading that ball, of course, Jason picking up the double, but he was at second base when Perry misreading that ball and thinking that it might be caught. He held it third, and because of that, it was first and third, one out, and Baker attended the double play. The Rivercats unable to score in the second. That is how it has gone for the Rivercats of late. They have not been able to take advantage of certain things, and one little mistake on the base paths ends up costing them. Perry picking up the double and getting to second base in the first place. Comini fastball misses inside of the counts 1-0, but the Rivercats unable to execute as Baker grounds into the 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. As Comini to the plate in the pitch, the 1-0. That's swung on, bounced down the third base line, but foul. Just outside third. It's 1-1 on Jeff Mathis. On Wednesday, it'll be Michael Tejera to pitch for the Fresno Grizzlies. He's been their best starting pitcher this year. There's a 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball for a strike on the outside edge, 1-2. Mathis, a right-handed hitter, as Comini stares in. Now the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung and hit hard. Nice play by Scott McLean on the one-hop. Spins around and throws him out. Oh, is that a play? That ball was smoked by Mathis. That's worth a couple of exclamation points and a candidate for Merlino's Freeze defensive scoop of the game. What a play. So one down. Here's Jason Espedo, the right fielder. Monday night, Juan Dominguez against Matt Kinney. Yeah, Matt Kinney, the former Edmonton Trapper. Fastball misses outside. It's 1-0. Matt Kinney had a pretty good game against the Rivercats last year. Right-handed with good stuff. Has been around a while now. There's a 1-0 pitch to Espedo. That's swung on a miss very late on that fastball. It's 1-1. So Comini's retired for the first 5. Yeah, Kinney used to be in the Twin system. Espedo, wide open stance. The 1-1 pitch taken for a strike on the outside edge. It's 1-2. There's a 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit down to the third baseman. Backhanded on the second up by McLean. He throws over to first in time, and there are 2 down. So McLean making that play to his right. 2 away. That's 5 out of 6 retired by Sheen. And then bring up the first baseman, Ryan Buddy. Kind of a light crowd on this Sunday. There were 3 really nice crowds Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They're still filing in on this lazy Sunday afternoon. As Comini has pitched to Ryan Buddy, breaking ball for a strike. Good curveball. It's 0-1. No score, bottom of the second from Franklin Covey Field. 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses a little bit low. Ball 1-1. Ryan Buddy, there was no doubt about it off the bat. He hit that ball very well off Jason Carnuth in the 10th inning last night. 1-1 pitch. That's swung and a miss. Big cut by Buddy there. It's 1-2. There's a 1-2 pitch. Hits him. Yeah, fastball hit him. Got him right in the leg. So Buddy hit with the pitch with 2 outs here in the second. And that'll bring the third baseman, Corey Myers. Well, Rivercat fans, the Office of Traffic Safety reminds you to wear your seatbelt. Click it or ticket. It's the law. You know, it's rare to see Salt Lake have such a poor year last year. That team, every year, the Twins of Philly, the Angels of Philly, didn't matter. The pitch taken for a strike on Myers, and it's 0-1. Last year, the Salt Lake Bees really struggled with the Bees at that point. With the Salt Lake Stingers. And Salt Lake this year, they've gone back true to form. They're 28-11 here at Franklin Covey. The 0-1 pitch, that's fouled back 0-2. 17-19 on the road, but 28-11 at this ballpark. 0-2 the count on Corey Myers, hitting a $188 on the year. Former first-round pick of the Diamondbacks. Comini at the belt. And the 0-2 pitch. Curveball misses outside. Ball 1-2. A 7:05 start tomorrow night. It'll be nice to get home. 7 o'clock with the Heineken on deck. Thomas is shaded a little bit towards right center on Myers as Comini comes set the 1-2 pitch. That's swung on foul back. Look out! To our right, and it's the back fence on the second level of seats right below the suites. 1-2 the count on Myers. Slightly open stance on the right side, resting that bat on his right shoulder. Comini to the plate, the runner goes. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Top of the screen on the right side. Tried again. It remains at 1-2. Don't forget on Wednesday, a business person special, 11:35 a.m. start. Brought to you by the University of Phoenix. Great opportunity to watch your Rivercats on your lunch break. Yeah, that will be this coming Wednesday, June 28th, 11:35 a.m. start. No runs, 3 hits for the Rivercats. No runs, 1 hit for the Bees. That's where we are, bottom of the second. Buddy takes his lead. He held on by Espy. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball misses outside. It just missed. Ball 2, 2-2. Comini stares into his catcher, Jeremy Brown. And over to first, and just back in safely standing up his buddy. I think Ryan was surprised the committee threw over there. He just did get that left foot on the bag before Espy's glove hit his leg. 2-2 the count. Shane to the plate, the 2-2 pitch. That misses high, 3-2. So Buddy will be off on this pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. We get a chance to see Jose Flores, the former River Cat, one of the 2003-2004 PCL championship clubs for the River Cats. He's the shortstop for the Fresno Grizzlies now. As the runner goes, the 3-2 pitch is popped up foul. First base out of play. That will reach the roof of the second level of seat. Try it again. The count remains at 3-2. A big gap in left center. Thomas shaded towards right center. Robnett straight away in left. And Comini now steps on. Ryan Buddy takes his lead. He will take off here. There's Comini in the plate. The runner goes. The 3-2 misses high with a fastball, ball 4. So he loses Myers. First and second, 2 outs. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Casey Smith. There's Smith from Ashford, Alabama. 6'2", 200-pounder, 27 years old. No score, bottom half of the second inning. That was an 0-2 pitch, and he hit Ryan Buddy. And since then, he's thrown a bunch of pitches in this inning. One thing that Comedian wanted to avoid as Shane spins around trying to keep Ryan Buddy close at second base. Omaha Royals have really struggled. They won their last 2 games, but they're 30-45 and 10.5 games behind Nashville. Nashville leads the division by 6 as the curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Iowa is 34-40. Nashville with 6 former River Cats on the club, leading the Pacific Coast League's Northern Division, the American Conference. Chris Mabius has been sent down to Double-A Huntsville. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That swung on a fly ball to left field playable. Richie Robnett comes up a couple of steps and makes the catch, and the inning is over. So although Comini threw more pitches than he wanted to, he gets out of it unharmed. No runs, no hits, 2 left. We're through 2. River Cats nothing, Salt Lake nothing. Top of the third after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
The 2006 Sacramento River Cats aren't always playing baseball at Rayleigh Field. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2006 River Cats Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is the most powerful video game and entertainment system out there, delivering the best games, the next generation of premier Xbox Live online gaming services, and unique digital entertainment experiences that revolve around you. Xbox 360, available now at your local retailer. Jump in at xbox.com for more information.
Hey fans, the River Cats in Rayleigh Field are selling a brand new hot dog and gourmet sausage. Alpine Meats, the winner of over 18 other companies in that great taste shootout of '93, is now the proud supplier to the River Cats. Alpine products are made in small batches with select meats and premium spices, then slowly smoked with hickory. Alpine Meats, the choice of sports fans at more sports facilities in Northern California than any other company. You'll savor the flavor of Alpine Meats. After all, anything else is just a weenie. Ask your butcher. Alpine Meats. Satisfying taste buds since 1936.
Termites can be one of the most daunting offensive units your home will ever face. Average termite control products cannot stop them. They can only hope to contain them. But Termidor is the #1 termite defense in America. It starts working right away to completely shut out the most fearsome termite offenses in 3 months or less. Defend your home with Termidor today. Termidor Termite Defense is available from Clark Pest Control. Dial 1-800-WE-NEED-YOU or visit Clark online at clarkpest.com. Thanks, Clark. We needed you.
Hi, this is Dan Johnson, and you're listening to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, we go to the top of the third. No score in the baseball game. River Cats and the Salt Lake Bees. It'll be Charles Thomas, Richie Robnett, and Mark Kiger. Face the right-hander Jeff Haverlow. Thomas at 274 now with a homer and 22 driven in. It just swung a little bouncer down to the first baseman. Buddy will make the play on the second hop. He will step on the first base bag, and there is one away. 3 unassisted. 1 out. Here's Richie Robnett, the left fielder. Robnett still looking for his first hit. He made one heck of a catch a couple of nights ago. Robnett pitch ran for Ginter in the 9th inning. A left-handed hitter, and this guy has a world of potential. Richie Robnett, pitch taken for a strike, and the count's 0-1. He's been a treat to watch in batting practice and with those quick hands. He has got a great future ahead of him, this guy. 0-1 pitch. That's swung on a miss, and the count's 0-2. May take him a little while. Well, hopefully, at some point, get a chance to play every day here at this level. He's not been playing every day in this series, but hopefully he'll get a chance. As the 0-2 pitch, that's swung on and missed, and the off-speed pitch, down he goes. And that's going to be the biggest adjustment for Robnett, are those off-speed pitches. 2 down. Here is Mark Kiger, the shortstop. The one thing that Jason Perry found out in his first 9 or 10 games, he's still finding out about it, but now starting to swing a hot bat. But a little trouble with the off-speed stuff. You get more fastballs at the AA level, or more junk up here. Mark Kiger singled in the first inning. No score, top of the third, as Haberlow out of a windup in the pitch. That's a fastball that that's taken outside, 1-0. No runs, 3 hits for Sacramento. No runs, 1 hit for Salt Lake. Haberlow, the slow windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball swung on a drive to right center. Well, going back at speed near the track. He's at the wall, and it is gone. A home run for Kiger. And the River Cats lead it 1-0. So Mark Kiger showing that pop the opposite way as he picks up his 3rd home run of the year and his 14th RBI, and the River Cats are on the board. Now Kiger unloads, and that's another Sutter Health home run, the first home run of the series for the River Cats. And he gets a chest bump from Juan Dominguez. Dominguez popped out of that dugout and gives Mark Kiger a chest bump. Yeah, first home run of this series, unbelievable. And here's D'Angelo Jimenez, the second baseman. As the pitch taken outside, 1-0. Another $50 has been donated from Sutter Health to the March of Dimes to help knock out premature births. The River Cats have been 65 now, which means the number's at 3250. 1-0 pitch. That's swung on and missed, 1-1. So the River Cats strike first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's taken low and away. Ball 2, 2-1. 1 run, 4 hits for Sacramento. No runs, 1 hit for the Bees. Haberlow out of a windup in the 2-1 pitch. Off speed, a beauty. Taken for a strike. It's now 2-2. Haberlow takes a deep breath as he looks into Mathis. Now the 2-2 pitch. That's taken in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-2. Carlitos Freeze and Mr. Pickles, the best double play combination around at 3200 Folsom Boulevard. There's the 3-2 pitch. That's swung on it down the left field line, slicing foul and out of play. Now remains at 3-2. For the clubhouse early today in the coach's office, they were flipping channels. And what did they run into? What movie do you think they ran into? Switching the dials. That's right. Cool Hand Luke. How great is that? 3-2 pitch. That's taken low, ball 4. So Jimenez walks. It's the first walk issued by Haberlow. That'll bring up Nate Espy, the first baseman. I asked Tony DeFrancesco if Cool Hand Luke was in his top 10 movies. He said no. I said top 25, no. I said top 75. He said maybe. You wouldn't have Cool Hand Luke in his top 75. Are you kidding me? Come on, Tony DeFrancesco. Here's Nate Espy, who bounced back to the pitcher Haberlow in the first inning, 0 for 1. Jimenez takes his lead. And the pitch. That's taken for a strike, 0-1. Espy, a right-handed hitter at 302 on the year. 1-0 Sacramento in the top half of the third. Haberlow. 0-1 pitch. That swung on and dribbled foul up the first base line. To Jason Windsor, who will flip it into the crowd to a youngster. 0-2 the count. Pretty big gap in right center. Right-handed to first to keep an eye on D'Angelo Jimenez. And Strother Martin getting an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in that movie. Cool Hand Luke. Right-hander looks in. Jimenez from first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses inside. Almost hits Espy. It's now 1-2. Haberlow's last start was against Fresno, and that was back on the 15th of June. He got the win. There's the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, foul back. He waited on that changeup. Count range at 1-2. He went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 7 runs, but still got the win. His last appearance was against Vegas. 2 innings in relief. He got the win in that game. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Haberlow over to first to check on D'Angelo, and Jimenez gets back. 1-0 River Cats. We're in the top of the 3rd inning from beautiful Franklin Covey Field. The River Cats will come back here in 12 days. Jimenez takes his lead, the 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, hit into center field for a base hit. Rounding second base and digging for 3, Jimenez. He'll get there. So first and third with 2 outs, and that'll bring the third baseman, Scott McLean. Yeah, good piece of hitting by Espy. Just reached out for it, kind of one-handed and muscled it into center field. And here's McLean. Scott popped up to the first baseman, Buddy, in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1. Well, with over 30 locations throughout the region, you'll find a Great Clips near you. And don't forget, when you come out to a River Cats game and you catch the first foul ball of the game, you'll receive a free haircut voucher from Great Clips. So relax, you're at Great Clips. Espy at first, Jimenez at third. 1-0 River Cats, top of the 3rd. Haberlow from the third base side of the rubber comes set, and the pitch. That's taken for a strike in the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Before Salt Lake comes to Sacramento, they will go to Colorado Springs for 4 beginning tomorrow night. There's the 0-1 pitch. That's taken inside, 1-1 with Jared Weaver scheduled to go on Wednesday, June 28th. That means that unless he's in the big leagues, he should pitch Monday, which is the final game of the 4-game set against Salt Lake at Rayleigh Field. There's the 1-1 pitch. That's taken inside, ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 on McLean at 249. Team leading 12 homers, team leading 46 RBIs. River Cats have 5 hits on the afternoon. There's a 2-1 pitch. That swung on and popped up. The first baseman, Ryan Buddy, calling for it. He makes the catch up. McLean has popped up twice to the first baseman. The inning is over. The River Cats do get a run on 2 hits, a walk, and 2 left. We're through 2.5. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the bottom half. We need number 3 right after this.
All right, let's do it. Jack and Diane were so innocent. They were just looking for fun. At least they were so innocent. Till they went on a run. On a winning streak at Jackson, playing poker in a clutch. We call them divide and conquer, and it fits them so much. Now it's more than a nickname. It's just how they play in the wee hours of night till the night turns into day. Rekindling the romance, rediscovering the joy of the time they first met as a girl and a boy.
At Jackson Rancheria, we call Jack and Diane dream catchers. People who discovered that we're so much more than a casino. Perhaps you have too. Jackson Rancheria. Are you a dream catcher?
You know why players play for the River Cats before they go to the big club? To get bigger, better, and stronger. Well, it works that way for plants too. You have to give them the right start to get the best results. And the right start is Kellogg Grow Mulch. Plant with Grow Mulch and you'll get beautiful, healthy plants that look great all season long. It's just like putting a guy with the River Cats for seasoning. Hey, maybe that's why they call it a Farm King. Grow Mulch, one of the Kellogg planting mixes. Copper, Grow Mulch, Amend, Enrich, and Patio Plus. the official garden products of the Sacramento Rivercats.
You're listening to Sacramento Rivercats baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. Rivercats baseball is brought to you in part by Termidor. What's America's top termite defense? Termidor. Visit TermidorHome.com today. Kellogg Garden Products. Kellogg, the official planting mixes of the Sacramento Rivercats. And by the Golden One, California's leading credit union.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's a 1-0 Rivercat lead. 1 run, 5 hits for Sacramento. No runs, 1 hit for Salt Lake. As Comini delivers to Reggie Willits in the first pitch. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. Willits a switch hitter. Batting left-handed, Willits grounded out to the second baseman Jimenez in the first inning, 0-1. McLean in with the bag at third, just a few feet off the line. And it's the pitch taken for a strike, 0-2. Think about Comini, he is a hard worker, and he will absolutely will himself to the big leagues. As the 0-2 pitch. And this is outside of the counts 1-2, and he realizes he's still learning. And he's constantly trying to learn from Rick Rodriguez, trying to learn from the other pitchers, trying to pick the brains of everybody, just to try to get better. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, swung on a fly ball to left center. Rob Nett coming in, and Richie will make the catch for out number 1. So one away in the third. That'll bring up the left fielder, Curtis Pride. Curtis Pride singled in the first inning. Here's Curtis Pride. Pride named the recipient of the Volta Award for Outstanding Lifetime Achievement from the Bell Association. That was back in '98. He also received the Alexander Graham Bell Association National Role Model of the Year in 1996. Here's the pitch. That's taken low. It's 1-0 on Curtis Pride. Pride, who's hearing impaired. He has a foundation. It's called Together with Pride. It supports and creates programs for hearing impaired children and focuses on the learning of life skills, along with promoting of positive self-esteem. There's a little chopper up along first, and it's 1-1. And his website's togetherwithpride.org. That's www.togetherwithpride.org. He's a special guy. He's 37 years old. Turned 38 in December. 5 years of big league time. 1-1 the count. There's a 1-1 pitch. That misses low and away. It's 2-1. Outfield is straight away as Shane Comini looks in to get a sign from Jeremy Brown. There's a 2-1 pitch. That's taken on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 2-2. Pride thought that pitch was inside. 2-2 to count. Comini looking over that glove. There's the right-hander to the plate, the 2-2 pitch. That's taken low. Ball 3-2. Pride 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. The Rivercats have held him in check really in this series and done a lot of damage against Sacramento in this series. Did have a double in that first game. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That swung on and missed on an off-speed pitch. Down he goes. That's the first strikeout for Comini. 2 down. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. We're in the bottom half of the third inning. It's a 1-0 Rivercat lead. Johnny Dosco with you. Kelvin Sow is our engineer. There's Comini, the leg kick, and the pitch to Kendrick. Big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Howie flied out to the center fielder, Charles Thomas, in the first inning, 0 for 1. Hitting .385 on the year. Has only 4 hits in this series. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's fouled to our right and out of play. And it's 0-2. Don't miss out Macy's Night every Tuesday night game at Rayleigh Field. Come see what Macy's has to offer for new products and great community services. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to win some great Macy's gifts. The 0-2 pitch. That misses high and inside. It's 1-2. Next Macy's night, Tuesday, June 27th, 2 nights from tonight. Macy's, way to shop. Right-hander stares in. Now the 1-2 pitch. That's swung on and missed. Down he goes. So Kendrick strikes out against Comini. That's the second strikeout for Shane. He works a 1-2-3 third. No runs, no hits, no errors. Number to left. We're through 3. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake nothing. Top of the 4th after this.
It's 3 in the afternoon, and once again you're at the Coke machine. But the Coke machine sounds a little different today. You wonder if the Coke is stuck. You wonder if you're going to have to show the Coke machine a little tough love. You do not have to show the Coke machine any tough love. Be patient. He knows you're a regular, and he's trying to find that special Coke that's right next to the refrigeration unit and a little cooler than the rest. See? He likes you.
I'm looking for a low interest rate on a home equity loan.
How does 18.9% sound?
Can you go any lower?
How does 18.9% sound?
Other banks talk low rates, but only U.S. Bank has low rates with 5-star service guaranteed. Flexible home equity loans, fast decisions, and low rates. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have? U.S. Bank, equal housing lender.
KTKZ Sacramento, where your opinion counts. A service of Salem Communications. KTKZ News Talk.
What's even better than a brand new car? Winning $100,000 at the Roseville Auto Mall just for test driving it. Right now, every test drive you take at the Roseville Auto Mall enters you into the drawing to win $100,000 when they sell their 500,000th car. Eureka Road, off I-80, right on Sunrise. Home of the $100,000 giveaway. Vehicle test drive required with valid California driver's license, but no purchase necessary to enter or win. See dealer for details.
This is Mark Ellis, and you're listening to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Doskow on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
We go to the top of the 4th. The Rivercats lead it 1-0. 1 run, 5 hits for Sacramento. No runs, 1 hit for the Bees. And it will be Jason Perry, Jeremy Brown, and John Baker. Face the right-hander Jeff Haverlow. A good ball game here at Franklin Covey Field. And that 1-8-2 game, but besides that, they've all been pretty tight games. The pitch taken low to Perry. It's 1-0. Jason doubled in the second inning. They're hitting .268 on the year, at least in AAA. There's the 1-0 pitch. That's chopped foul at home plate, and it's 1-1. What a pickup for the A's. This guy, Jason Perry, who came over as the player to be named in the John Ford Griffin deal a few years back, and he has not disappointed. He's very excited about this young man. 1-1 the count on Jason Perry. 1-1 pitch. That misses inside, almost hits him. It's 2-1. Talk about a chameleon, too. I mean, he fit into the Rivercat clubhouse right away. Very well liked. It's a 2-1 pitch. That misses outside. Ball 3, 3-1. You can't imagine somebody having a bad thing to say about Jason Perry. 3-1 the count as Haverlow looks in. There's a 3-1 pitch. That's taken outside. Ball 4. So Perry is aboard. Here in the 4th, that's the second walk issued by the right-hander Haverlow. And that'll bring up the catcher, Jeremy Brown. Brown a single to right center in the second inning. Jeremy now at .277 for the Rivercats on the year. A's and Giants today. It's 4-2 Oakland in the 3rd. The runner goes. The pitch a strike. Throw down to second base is not in time. Good jump for Jason Perry. So Perry with a stolen base. He stole that one off Jeff Haverlow. And for Jason Perry, that is stolen base number 2 on the year in 3 attempts. That's Esteban Loaiza and Matt Cain in that A's-Giants game. Jason Perry takes his lead from second. As the right-hander comes set in the 0-1 pitch. Here's a bunt in the air by Brown, and it will land in foul territory and bounces into the Rivercat dugout on the third base side. It's 0-2. Nothing quite like the taste of Jim Boy's Tacos. 50 years of great tasting favorites. Go to jimboys.com for the location nearest you. Jim Boy's Tacos. Sometimes you just got to have a real taco. It used to be a tradition in our family. I'm not going to say the name of the taco place. We used to go to a taco establishment back in the day, and on Sundays, the whole family would have tacos. Watch the ball game. 0-2 pitch. That misses outside. It's 1-2. You can do the same thing with Jim Boy's Tacos. 1-2 the count on Jeremy Brown. 1-0 River Cats, top of the fourth inning. Haverlow checks second. Right-hander. The plate, the 1-2 pitch. That misses high. Ball 2-2. River Cats getting their run on a Mark Kiger home run, his third home run of the year. Haverlow allowing his sixth home run of the season in just 24 innings. There's the 2-2 pitch. Off speed, swung on and missed, down he goes. So Brown, you could tell he was trying to punch that ball on the right side and move Perry to third base. Brown strikes out. That's the second strikeout for Haverlow. And that'll bring up John Baker, the designated hitter. Baker grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Seattle leads San Diego 2-1 in the third. There's the pitch to Baker. Swung on and missed on a breaking ball. It was about a 59-footer, and it's 0-1. Baker at 297 on the year, having a nice year. Marcotte, an RBI single for the A's in that first inning. Conte's in the 3 slot today. Right-hander checks second, and the 0-1 pitch. That's taken on the outside corner for a strike, and Haverlow quickly ahead of Baker. No balls and 2 strikes. Perry from second base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off speed, chased and missed. Down he goes. Baker not happy with himself. The breaking ball, and he strikes out Baker. That's the second consecutive strikeout for Haverlow, and his third strikeout overall. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Charles Thomas. Thomas bounced out to Buddy, the first baseman, in the third inning, 0 for 1. Right-hander Haverlow checks second. Thomas, a left-hand hitter in the pitch. That's a breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. One nothing Sacramento, top of the fourth. Haverlow striking out Brown and Baker, both on a series of breaking pitches. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's taken for a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2. So Haverlow, since that walk to Perry, has looked mighty tough in this fourth inning. Colorado leading Texas 3-0 in the eighth. Oh, 2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball 1-2. Team's getting shut down at Coors Field of late. And Colorado getting some good pitching. There's A's manager Ken Maka suggesting an investigation in the humidor, which keeps game balls at 70 degrees and 50% humidity. As the pitch taken, strike 3 called on the inside edge. Down he goes, and Haverlow strikes out the side. So 4 strikeouts in the game for Haverlow. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. We're through 3.5. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake 0. Back with the bottom of the fourth right after this.
Meritage Homes is on the move with brand new neighborhoods in West Sacramento, Roseville, Lincoln, Elk Grove, Plumas Lakes, and Sacramento. Each new Meritage Homes neighborhood features a selection of single and 2-story homes in sizes and budgets to fit the needs of nearly every home buyer. For additional information, you can visit the communities in person, tour their homes online at meritagehomes.com, or call 916-677-5795. 916-677-5795.
We love life.
I'm here on the street where all the neighborhood grills are gathering. There seems to be a strike of some sort. Here comes a grill now. Sir, your name, please.
Weber.
What's your beef?
We're tired of grilling low-grade meat. It tastes bad, and we get blamed for it.
What are your demands?
Roseville meat. 60 different marinated meats, tri-tip, chicken breast, even exotic meats.
USDA Prime.
You heard it here. Roseville Meats, 700 Atlantic Street, just a mile off I-80 in Roseville.
The promise of SMUD. Reliable electricity, lower rates, customer ownership. For 60 years, we've been keeping our promise to you by providing quality service and rates nearly 30% lower than PG&E's. For programs and services designed to meet your needs, such as free shade trees, greenergy, and rebates on energy-efficient appliances, visit SMUD.org or call 1-888-742-SMUD. SMUD, a proud partner of the Rivercats.
Hi, this is Jeremy Brown. You're listening to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380, KTKZ.
All right, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's a 1-0 Rivercat lead. And Brown, the catcher, firing it down to the second baseman, Jimenez. They're flipping it around the infield. Going to be Elward, Mathis, and the Speedo. Some of those humidors. Rivercats leading 1-0 here in the fourth. Jason Jennings says it's ridiculous. Now they think we're cheating. And he said to the Denver Post after his shutout the other day. But they're talking about these humidors trying to make it fairer for the pitchers at Coors Field. Pitch swung on a foul back by Elward. It's 0-1. Elward bounced out of the shortstop Kiger in the first inning. As Kiger stepped on the second base bag to end the first. 0-1 the count on Mike Elward. Comine's 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. It's 1-1. There's a 1-1 pitch. That's swung line. A leaping grab by the third baseman McLean, and there's one away. Oh, Scotty looks good over there at third base. Wow. That's another candidate for Merlino's Freeze defensive scoop of the game. Both plays by McLean. Leaping catch by the third baseman. One down, and that's 5 straight retired by Comine. As he looks over and points at his third baseman and says, thanks for picking me up there. That is double written all over it. And there's Jeff Mathis, the catcher, who was robbed by McLean in the second inning. Comine to the plate in the pitch. Fastball taken low, ball 1-0. That's Vicente Padilla and Byung-Hyun Kim in that Rangers Rocky game. Again, 3-0. Colorado leads it. Fastball for a strike. It's 1-1. 1-0 Sacramento, bottom of the fourth on this Sunday afternoon. 1-1 pitch. That's taken for a strike on the outside edge. 1-2. I understand that it is fairly warm in the Sacramento region. 105 maybe, 107. There's a 2-1 pitch. That's taken a little bit low and away. It's 3-1 on Mathis. About to rub it in. It's in the low 90s here. It's actually refreshing compared to what I'm hearing from the temperatures back home. Here's the next pitch. That's swung on him on the ground and goes through the legs of Espy and into right field. Espy was digging to his right. Ball was smoked. They'll probably score a base hit. Espy trying to make that play to his right. And I believe they'll call that a single. But we'll see. So Mathis at first. Here's Jason Espeedo, the right fielder, and they're calling it a hit, and rightly so. Mathis hit that ball right on the screws. So here is Espeedo, grounded out to the third baseman McLean in the second inning, 0 for 1. 1-0 Rivercats, bottom of the fourth. Espeedo, a left-handed hitter. Mathis takes his lead as Comini over to first to check on Mathis. Here's the pitch. That's swung on, a drive to right field. Going back forward is Perry. Jason Underwood now still backing up and makes the catch. And there are 2 away as Mathis returns to first. 2 down. Here's Ryan Buddy, the first baseman. Buddy was hit by a pitch in the second inning on an 0-2 pitch. We're in the bottom half of the third now in San Francisco, still 4-2 A's. Buddy, a right-handed batter. There's a pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. On the count on Ryan Buddy. Bobby Crosby, a 2-run double off a Matt Cain pitch taken high. Ball 1-1. Doug Clark does not have a start yet for the A's. He did play in the field yesterday against his former team. Had a couple of pinch hit at bats as Comini over to first and back in standing up as Mathis. Yeah, the A's got 4 hits and 4 runs off Matt Cain in their first 3 innings. Comini at the belt and the 1-1 pitch. That's fouled straight back. Off to the side, and that's in amongst the crowd. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count on Ryan Buddy. With that 7 innings of work from Jason Windsor, that helped out the bullpen. They used Kiesler and Carnuth last night. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, got him swinging, great pitch. So Buddy strikes out on the curveball. It's the 3rd strikeout for Shane Comini. No runs, 1 hit, a man left, and a great defensive play by McLean. We're through 4. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake nothing. Top of the 5th, and Rob Nett, Tiger, and Jimenez after this.
Tell me, hungry for some good, sweet, juicy berries? Well, come on into Rayleigh's in Bel Air now during our big summer berry sale. 4 varieties and good prices on each. Like 2 big 1-pound containers of fresh-picked strawberries, only $4. Good prices on other varieties, too. And these berries are Driscoll berries, Watsonville's premier grower. Beautiful fruit. Big, broad-shouldered strawberries, juicy blackberries and raspberries, sweet blueberries. Driscoll, they're the best. In fact, some of the berry varieties they've developed are so superior, they're patented, grown exclusively at Driscoll, and we have them. At Rayleigh's in Bel Air, we have a passion for good produce. We want the very best for our customers, and that's why we buy our berries from Driscoll. Enjoy them at Rayleigh's in Bel Air, the market's famous for fine produce. Stop by.
How do they make the Heineken keg can? Theory number 8. They humiliated a full-sized keg and made it feel small.
You're pathetic. You're weak. You disgust me. You are nothing. Look at that waistline. You're just a big, fat, porky keg. Take this. Oh, there goes the big toe.
The one-of-a-kind Heineken keg can. How did they do that? Imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
You're listening to Sacramento Rivercats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. Rivercats Baseball is brought to you in part by Jackson Rancheria Casino Hotel and Conference Center, where friendship is the largest jackpot. The Roseville Auto Mall, 16 dealers, 21 brands, 1 location. We know what drives you. And by U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have?
We go to the top of the 5th inning. The Rivercats are leading at 1-0. Hope to see you at the ballpark tomorrow night at Rayleigh Field. Rivercats and the Fresno Grizzlies. The I-99 rivalry will continue tomorrow night as the pitch to Rob Nett misses inside, and it's 1-0. And the first game of 16 the Grizzlies and Rivercats will play. Amazing that happened so late in the year to start as the 1-0 pitch to Rob Nett, looking for his first AAA hit. That misses outside. Ball 2-0. 1 run, 5 hits for the Rivercats. No runs, 2 hits for the Bees. As Haverlow out of a windup in the 2-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike. A fastball. It's 2-1. Haverlow stares in. Now the 2-1 pitch. Off speed, this is outside. 3-1 on Richie Rob Nett. Tom Glavine, the first 10-game winner in the big leagues this year. He hit the Orioles. What's reading today is the 3-1 pitch. That's swung on a line drive to right center. That's a base hit. It's going to split the outfielders as it 3 hops the wall. Robnett in his second base. He will hold there with a double. So there's his first AAA hit. Richie Robnett, a double to right center. And that'll bring up Mark Kiger, the shortstop. So Richie Robnett with the double to right center. And then he's not asking for the baseball. Maybe he is asking for the baseball. Yes, I believe he is. Yes, he is. Excellent. We'll get the baseball into the dugout. And there's his first AAA hit, Richie Robnett. And here's Kiger, his 2 for 2 singled in the first, homered in the third. Kiger thought about that too late. He never got his first A-ball hit, his first AA hit, his first AAA hit. He never got the baseball, and he really regrets it. He said, well, I get to the big leagues, I will get that baseball, because I always forget to get the baseball after I get my little milestone hits. Here's the pitch. That's taken low, 1-0. Milestone. It's his first hit at each level. He's never retrieved the baseball. 1-0 the count. Mark now at 237, a season high for him this year. Slowly but surely moving up that batting average as the right-hander checks second. Haverlow's 1-0 pitch. Here's a bunt up along third. A good bunt. It'll be fielded by Myers. The bare hand, the throw, and he gets him. The sacrifice works 5-3. As Robnett takes third. A good bunt by Mark Kiger. So 1 away. Here's D'Angelo Jimenez, the second baseman, with a runner on third and 1 out. The infield comes in. Rivercats leading at 1-0 in the 5th inning. Jimenez grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the first. He walked in the third. I was reading about 3 times in 4 years now in Major League Baseball. As the pitch to D'Angelo misses inside, it's 1-0. Where baseball's first 10-game winner was over 40. How great is that? 3 of the last 4 years, the first 10-game winner in the Major Leagues was 40 or over. Right-hander with the belt. There's a 1-0 pitch. Change-up, good pitch. Swung on a miss. It's 1-1. Rivercats have 6 hits on the day. As Haverlow with the belt, the 1-1 pitch. That's swung on up. One hopper into the second baseman, Kendrick. He's coming home. And now they have Robnett in a rundown. Mathis will run him down. And did he tag him? They got him. Just did tag him before he slid into third base. So a ground ball on the right side, and Robnett hung up. So that goes 4-2 on the fielder's choice as Jimenez safe at first. And a runner on first and 2 outs. Here's Nate Espy, the first baseman. So here's Espy, 1-0 Rivercats. With the infield in, I was surprised that Robnett was coming. And the ball was hit on one hop and hit pretty hard by Jimenez right to Kendrick. But talk about that contact zone, go zone. The ball hit on the ground. He's coming, and he knew he was going to be out by 30 feet, so he got in the rundown and almost made it back into third base, but was tagged out by Mathis, the catcher. Here's a pitch. That's taken for a strike in the inside corner. It's 0-1 on Espy. Espy, Toronto 7-4. Steve Traxel with a win 6-4. Ray is 4 for 5. Cowers the loss 1-9. Billy Wagner with his 15th save of the year. 0-1 pitch. That's hit foul to our right on a play. It's 0-2. Lyle Over made his 10th for the Blue Jays. Benji Molina his 6th. Jose Reyes is on fire right now. Reyes, another 4-hit game. He'll lead off homer. 4 for 5 for his second consecutive game. The 0-2 pitch, that misses inside 1-2. 1-0 Rivercats. We're in the 5th. 8 hits in 2 days for Jose Reyes. Hitting 13 straight, hitting .561 in his last 57 at bats. Went from 246 to 302. And Haverlow over to first to keep an eye on D'Angelo. So yeah, Dominguez and Matt Kinney tomorrow night. Tuesday it'll be Mike Palmer for the Grizzlies against right-hander Victor Moreno. Wednesday morning, I should say, will be Michael Tejera, has been the Fresno Grizzlies' best pitcher. He'll go against right-hander Ben Fritz. And then Thursday night, Nick Pereira against right-hander Jason Windsor. Those are the pitching matchups with Fresno. The 1-2 pitch, that misses inside. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Right-hander with the belt, and the runner goes. The 2-2 pitch misses outside. Throw down to second base, and it is in time to get him. Wow. Oh, Francesco can't believe it. Neither can D'Angelo Jimenez. Hands in the air. He said, you got to be kidding me. Jimenez is laughing. He knew he got in there. The tag was about at his shoulders, and D'Angelo, a sarcastic laugh over there. He can't believe it. He said the call's too bad to even argue. So that goes 2-4 on the caught stealing. As Jimenez is thrown out. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We're through 4.5. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the bottom of the 5th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Tim Sabo. You remind us a lot of Lightning McQueen. You know, from the new movie Cars. You like things fast, you're confident, and deep down you've got a big carburetor. Well, heart. Anyway, back to the speed and confidence. You should sign up for AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet. Just $12.99 a month for 12 months when new customers order online. Switch from your old cable company to the new AT&T and get 3 months free. For a limited time, it's just $12.99 a month, and you'll be so fast you could probably beat Lightning once around the internet. So that's Tim's world. For everybody that's not Tim, we can deliver this kind of speed to him. Imagine what we can do for you. Just visit att.com/cars and see Cars, the new Disney Pixar film, only in theaters. SBC is now the new AT&T. Your world, delivered.
New customers only. Taxes, other charges, and the FUSF cost recovery fee extra. High-speed internet bill credit applied after 3 months paid service. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com/offer details. Not available in all areas.
For 60 years, you've included Best Western in your family summer vacation. To say thanks, the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada are offering you a limited edition $50 Best Western travel card and up to 20% off your stays with our baseball fan rate. Experience the best summer ever with the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada. Because when you stay any 6 nights with us through August 19th, you'll receive a $50 travel card to use toward a future Best Western stay anywhere in the world and save up to 20% off with our baseball fan rate. Visit us today at bestwesternbaseball.com or call 866-743-8738 and book the baseball fan rate.
Hi, this is Barry Zito, and you're listening to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 1-0 Rivercat lead. It'll be Corey Myers, Casey Smith, and Reggie Wilkes, numbers 8, 9, and 1 to face the right-hander Shane Comine. There's a pitch. That swung on and popped up first base side, foul territory. SP drifting over. Will he run out of room? He will. Bounces from the 6th row into the 1st row. And the count is 0-1 on the right-hand hitting Corey Myers. Left-hander Jonathan Rauenhorst beginning to loosen up in the bullpen for the Salt Lake Bees. 1 run, 6 hits for Sacramento. No runs, 2 hits for Salt Lake. 0-1 pitch. Fastball, foul back, 0-2.
To schedule your appointment. Auto Body Implant.
Myers hitting $188 on the year. There's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside. It just missed. And it's now 2-2 on Corey Myers. One-two pitch. That swung on and hit into center field for a base hit. Kind of an excuse-me check swing. Went off his bat and into center field. So a leadoff single for Myers. That's the 3rd hit off Comine. And then bring up the shortstop, Casey Smith.
Number 13, Casey Smith.
Rivercats are 10-14 in the month of June. Rivercats' worst day of the week is Sunday. Yeah, Rivercats are 3-7 on Sundays. Myers takes his lead. Held on by Comini as Sheen over to first, and they get him easily at first. Yeah, he never got back to first base. So good move. That's the 7th pickoff for Shane Comini this year. 1-3 on the putout. Myers a little embarrassed as he walks rather despondently back to the dugout. That's a break. And now it's 1 out, nobody on. And Casey Smith at the plate. Comini out of a windup. And the right-hander's pitch. Breaking ball, misses, ball 1-1-0. Java City, Sacramento specialty coffee roaster since 1894. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on line drive, caught by D'Angelo Jimenez, the second baseman, and there are 2 away. That's fortunate as Smith lines up the second baseman. The number Reggie Willits, the center fielder. Yeah, Java City invites you to grab a coffee or Javalanche at our concession stands while you enjoy the game at Raley Field. And RiverCat fans, shop at javacity.com to get free shipping within Sacramento. Reggie Willits, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. 1 run, 6 hits for the RiverCats. No runs, 3 hits for Salt Lake. There's the pitch that swung on a bounce back to Comini on 1 hop. He gloves it, throws to first in time, and the inning is over. So 1-3 on the putout. Nice easy inning for Shane Comini. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We're through 5. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the top of the 6th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Brewery. How may I help you?
Hi. I was wondering if I could return my beer for a refund.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Well, it's not a big deal. I just bought a 12-pack for me and my friends, and I think they're defective. Like they didn't have any taste. You know what I mean? Like the beer didn't tasted like nothing.
And you want to go ahead and return those?
Well, let me ask you this: does it ever happen where like the taste adder guy dozes off or something? Or, oh my gosh, what if he was pulling a prank on us? That's brilliant. Is there a guy named Pete who works there? Because I got a buddy named Pete who used to glue quarters to the floor to watch people try to pry him up. Hysterical.
Listen, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what. No, thank you very much. I'm just going to go get a 12-pack of Miller Lite instead. I appreciate your help.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Hey fans, the RiverCats and Raley Field are selling a brand new hot dog and gourmet sausage. Alpine Meats, the winner of over 18 other companies in that great taste shootout of '93, is now the proud supplier to the RiverCats. Alpine products are made in small batches with select meats and premium spices, then slowly smoked with hickory. Alpine Meats, the choice of sports fans at more sports facilities in Northern California than any other company. You'll savor the flavor of Alpine Meats. After all, anything else is just a weenie. Ask your butcher. Alpine Meats, satisfying taste buds since 1936.
Not even the luckiest guy in the world will go through life without the delivery guy forgetting his Coke. But we can't blame them. Their title is Pizza Delivery Guy, or Chinese Food Delivery Guy, not Coca-Cola Delivery Guy. You'd be way more shocked if they remembered the Coke and forgot the fried rice. So give the guy a break. He's worked 4 pro football seasons, 3 NCAA March Madness tournaments, seen the rise of NASCAR and the blizzard of 2002. We should be offering him the Coke.
Hi, this is Doug Clark. Tune in all season long to RiverCats Baseball with Johnny Dasco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, we go to the top of the 6th. It's a 1-0 RiverCat lead. 1 run, 3 hits, or 1 run, 6 hits. No errors for Sacramento. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Bees. It'll be SB, McLean, and Perry. Numbers 3, 4, and 5 face the new pitcher, left-hander Nate Bland. Bland 3-2, 6.12 ERA, his 17th appearance. Has had 2 spot starts, 32 in the 3rd innings, 42 hits. He's walked 11, struck out 24. Here's a pitch. That's a breaking ball, swung on and missed, 0-1. Colorado Springs and Fresno scoreless in the 2nd inning. That game in Fresno. Portland leading Tacoma 2-1 in the 3rd. Paul McAnulty has hit his 10th for Portland. Memphis 7, Albuquerque 4. That game is in the 8th. There's the 0-1 pitch. That pitch hits him right in the leg. So Ashby hit in the leg with that Bland pitch. And he is aboard, lead off the 6th. And looking up Scott McLean, the 3rd baseman. McLean has popped up to the first baseman, Ryan Buddy, twice in the 2nd and the 3rd. Scott with a 10-game hitting streak on the line. Season high for a River Cat hitter this year is 11. Doug Clark hit it 11 straight. Remember that? He had his hitting streak broken when DeFrancesco had him pinch hit and he grounded out. That snapped the streak at 11. And the left-hander comes set in the pitch. And it actually catches the inside edge for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Tony simply said, hey, I'm trying to win a baseball game. They're worried about hitting streaks. And Doug would end up hitting about 5 or 6 more after that. He's a hot hitter at the beginning of the year. And actually, he started to heat up right before he got called up by the A's recently as the 0-1 pitch. Changeup bounced on the left side and through for a base hit. Scott has hit an 11 straight as SB stops at second. First and second, nobody out, and then bring up the right fielder, Jason Perry. Perry is 1 for 1. He doubled in the second. He walked in the fourth. River Cats have 7 hits now. The final line on Jeff Haberlow. Jeff went 5 innings, allowed 6 hits. 1 run it was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 5. He can lose it or have nothing to do with it. And the River Cats trying to get a couple more for Shane Komine here, who has pitched a tremendous ball game so far. Is Nate Bland, the 6'5", 210-pound left-hander from Birmingham, Alabama, is 31 years old. High set, checks second base in the pitch. That swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. And up Perry might have got a piece of that. 0-1 to count. Won the count on Perry. This after 76 games last year. The River Cats were 43-33. 0-1 pitch. That misses low and away. It's 1-1. The only year the River Cats had a worse record through 76 games was 0-2. They were 33-43. Actually, say here 0-1. They were 34-42. It surprises me. 8 games under 500. And 0-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's a bunt up along third. A good bunt. It'll be fielded by Bland. Has trouble with it and throws to first, and it's too late. Bland blew it. A little bunt up the third base line. He tried to scoop it up with a bare hand and could not come up with it cleanly. So it's going to be scored a sacrifice, and then he won. And the bases are loaded for Jeremy Brown. Nice bunt by Jason Perry down that third base line, and the River Cats now have loaded him up. Wow, they're scoring that a hit. Holy cow, they're scoring that a hit for Perry. He'll take it. Wow, a bunt single for Jason Perry. Thought they'd score that sack E1, but they're scoring at a base hit. And here's Brown, who is 1 for 2. As Bland, the high set. And the pitch to Brown. That's taken for a strike on 1. That's kind of a gift there for Jason Perry. You get that on the road, you'll take it. Take it at home too, but on the road, a little surprising there is Bland. The high set and the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on a nice big cut by Brown there. It's 0-2. 0-2 on Jeremy Brown. We're in the 6th inning of a 1-0 baseball game. Sacramento leads it. Trying to move to a game under 500. Tucson will play a little bit later on. They will host Vegas in the final game of their 5-game set. Perry, McLean, and SB take their lead. 0-2 pitch. That misses high. Now they're changing it. They change it to sack E1. After looking at the replay, so sacrifice E1. One and 2 the count on Jeremy Brown as Bland comes set. And the left-hander at the plate, the 1-2 pitch. That swung on, bounce toward the third baseman, just outside Thurston foul, or third, I should say. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 and 2 on Jeremy Brown. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for the River Cats, no runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for the Bees. Iowa beat Omaha earlier today 5-3. The Royals continue to struggle. Omaha 30-46 now. That's woeful on the road. The Omaha Royals are 14-26 on the road. Had that long road trip of the College World Series going on in Rosenblatt. There's a 1-2 pitch. Changeup got him swinging. Great pitch. So Brown strikes out for the second time. One away. And that'll bring up John Baker, the designated hitter. There's Baker, who grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the second. He struck out swinging in the fourth. Perry at first, McLean at second, Espy at third. Lefty versus lefty. The River Cats holding a 1-0 edge here in the sixth. Bland, high set. And the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Bland coming from a different arm angle there. Almost below 3/4. Bland looks in. And the pitch. Off speed, hit up the middle. And Kendrick able to make play. Goes second for one, on to first double play. What a play by Kendrick. Are you kidding me? And they get out of it unharmed. The River Cats have the bases loaded, nobody out, and they can't score. Oh, was that a play by Howie Kendrick to his right? He flipped it quickly to Smith, who fired to Buddy, and they get the 4-6-3 double play. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left. We're through 5 and a half. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake nothing. Bottom of the 6th after this.
I'm looking for a low interest rate on a home equity loan.
How does 18.9% sound?
Can you go any lower?
How does 18.9% sound? Other banks talk low rates, but only U.S. Bank has low rates with 5-star service guaranteed. Flexible home equity loans, fast decisions, and low rates. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have? U.S. Bank, equal housing lender.
Interested in an extra $100,000? Then all you have to do to enter to win is take a test drive at the Roseville Auto Mall before they sell their 500,000th car. 16 dealers, 21 brands, and a proud sponsor of the Sacramento River Cats. Eureka Road off I-80 right on Sunrise. Home of the $100,000 giveaway. Vehicle test drive required with valid California driver's license, but no purchase necessary to enter or win. See dealer for details.
Some people think gasoline is gasoline. Not the folks at BMW, GM, Honda, or Toyota. Those esteemed automakers have set a new standard for performance called top-tier gasoline. And the first gasoline qualified to meet it was Chevron with Techron. Some so-called premium brands, on the other hand, still don't qualify. So, next time somebody tells you that all gasoline is the same, refer them to the nearest Chevron station. And credit cards aren't all the same either. Apply for a Chevron credit card today.
You're listening to Sacramento River Cats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. River Cats Baseball is brought to you in part by Merlino's Freeze. Baseball and Merlino's Freeze. Your ticket to a cool season. The Golden One, California's leading credit union. And by Best Western, the world's largest hotel chain.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. River Cats hoping that squandering that opportunity does not hurt them later on, as they had the base loaded, nobody out, and could not score. So Comine trying to make sure the momentum doesn't shift here. Pride, Kendrick, and Elward, 2, 3, and 4 will face the right-hander now. 1-0 River Cats, bottom of the 6th. Curtis Pride, a left-handed hitter, as Comine to the plate in the pitch. Fastball for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Pride singled in the first. He struck out swinging in the third. Hope to see you tomorrow night at the ballpark. River Cats and Grizzlies. River Cats begin an 8-game homestand, 4 against Fresno, 4 against Salt Lake. 0-1 pitch. That's taken low. Ball 1, 1-1. River Cats had an opportunity in the 5th, could not score. Huge opportunity in the 6th, could not score. They left a runner on second base with nobody out in the 4th. They head into a double play in the 2nd, 1st and 3rd, and 1 out. There's a 1-1 to Pride. That swung on line, drive past McLean and into left field for a base hit. So Pride with a base hit to lead off the 6th. That'll bring up the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. Here's Kendrick, who is 0 for 2. He flied out to the center fielder Thomas in the first, struck out swinging in the third. Kendrick, a right-handed hitter, as the Comini over the first. Keep an eye on Curtis Pride. Comini has allowed 4 hits now, all singles. Shane at the belt, and the pitch. Here's a bunt up along third, good bunt. And McLean will let it roll wisely as it rolls foul. The veteran made the nice play, the intelligent move. He knew there was no chance to get Kendrick. A beautifully placed bunt down the third base line. Number 44 let it roll. 0-1 on Howie. Don't forget, every Sunday at Raley Field, U.S. Bank Kids Day. Kids 14 and under get to run the bases after the game. Won't want to miss the great kid activities such as the magic show and their balloon artists. Next Sunday, the River Cats will be at Raley Field taking on these Salt Lake Bees. Curtis Pride takes his lead, the right-hander at the belt. And the pitch. That's taken inside at Kendrick, and it's 1-1. Comini has pitched his tail off in this game and hoping he can get his 4th victory of the year. Comini's last victory came on the 26th of May against Portland on the road. Shane over to first, and just getting back in safely is Pride. Close play. Yeah, 2 of the 3 wins for Shane have been against the Portland Beavers. Comini from the third base side of the rubber looks in as Pride takes his lead at first. The long look, and now Comini finally taking too much time as Kendrick steps out. One nothing Sacramento. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning from Franklin Covey Field. There's the pitch. That breaking ball misses low. They stopped by Jeremy Brown there. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Anticipating Albuquerque 7-4. The Round Rock Express trying to run away with things in their division. They are hosting Nashville tonight. Comini comes set. And again to first. And again back in safely is Curtis Pride. The LoJack proud to partner with Minor League Baseball and sponsor the River Cats with the LoJack Caught Stealing promotion. Whenever the River Cats catch an opponent's base runner stealing, a lucky fan will win a LoJack unit. As Comini to the plate, the 2-1 pitch misses outside, gets away from Brown, going to second base, and the wild pitch is Pride. So Curtis now at second base. It's a 3-1 count on Kendrick. You know, whenever the River Cats catch an opponent's base runner stealing, a lucky fan will win a LoJack unit. LoJack, the only stolen vehicle recovery system that is operated by the police, available for cars, trucks, motorcycles, construction equipment, and laptops. Go to LoJack.com for more information. Pride from second base has Comini at the belt. There's a 3-1 pitch. That's swung on a miss and a changeup 3-2. With a straight change 3-1. 3-2 now on Howie Kendrick. Kendrick has only walked 9 times this entire year. 3-2 pitch. That swung a bounce on the right side. He did his job. Charging, and Jimenez scoops it up and throws him out there as 1 away. Nice piece of hitting by Kendrick. That ball was on the inside part of the plate, and he just absolutely muscled it down to second base. High fives all over the place for Kendrick. A runner on third, 1 out. Here's Mike Elwood, the designated. A good piece of hitting by the league's leading hitter, Howie Kendrick. Getting himself up there. The infield comes in. S.P. Jimenez, Tiger, and McLean all in. A big batter for Comini to get Mike Elwood. Elwood was robbed by McLean. A leaping grab for Scott in the 4th inning. As the pitch is taken high, 1-0. That as it stands. Armelinos Freeze, defensive scoop of the game. And on third, 1 out, 1-0 River Cats, bottom of the 6th. Comini comes set, looks over at third, the 1-0 pitch. That's fouled back. Look out. On the right side, first level of seats in about the 15th row. And it's 1-1 on Elwood. Seattle and San Diego tied at 4 in the 6th inning. White Sox hosting Houston. Chicago looking for their 50th win of the year. 1-1 pitch. That's foul back, 1-2. That's Oswald and Vasquez. Nice matchup there. Oakland leading San Francisco 5-4 in the 5th. Steve Finley has hit his 5th home run of the year. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Maybe he can use a punch out right here. Pride takes the lead from third. Is chain at the belt and the 1-2 pitch. That's hit foul on the first base side and out of play in amongst the crowd. And we'll try it again. Los Angeles Dodgers leading Pittsburgh 5-3 in the 5th. The Diamondbacks leading the Angels 4-2 in the 4th. A 4-run second for Arizona. Comine looks over at third. And the 1-2 pitch. That's popped up foul, first base side out of play. And that will go in amongst the crowd. And it's a 1-2 count. Elward just muscling off these pitches, fighting them off. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 River Cats. A tying run standing at third base. Espy, Jimenez, Kiger, and McLean all in. As Comine to the plate, the 1-2 pitch. That's popped up foul. First base out of play. Espy giving chase. He'll run out of room. Now remains at 1-2 on Mike Elward, hitting .279 on the year. Still nobody throwing in the River Cat bullpen. Another tight ball game here at Franklin Covey Field. 1-0 2 nights ago. 3-2 last night. Now 1-0 today. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That misses high with the fastball. Ball 2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Comine looks over at third. And the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Jeremy Brown. Now it's 3-2 on Mike Elward. Detroit won again as they sweep the St. Louis Cardinals. They beat St. Louis 4-1. Ledesma the win over Ponson, and Jones with his 20th save. Tigers 51-25 now. Cardinals are slipping. They're 10 games over at 42-32. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball, chopper hit toward the shortstop. Tiger gloves it, throws to Brown, and he tags out Curtis Pride, and they get the fielder's choice. That goes 6-2. Pride went in trying to barrel Jeremy Brown over. Brown able to hold on to the baseball. So that's a break. 2 outs as Elward safe at first. Still 1-0 River Cats. Here's Jeff Mathis, the catcher. So Pride was coming in the same way that Rob Nett was coming in the 5th inning. And nice job by Tiger. He threw a strike to Brown. Good job by Brown holding onto that baseball despite the attempt by Curtis Pride to knock that ball out. Here's the pitch. That's hit down the right field line, slicing foul and out of play by Mathis, and it's 0-1. Now the infield goes back. So the sigh of relief so far that River Cats still leading at 1-0 in the bottom half of the 6th inning from Franklin Covey Field. Elward from first. 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-2. In the top of the 7th, it'll be Thomas, Rob Nett, and Tiger. Oh, 2 on Jeff Mathis. Elward takes his lead. There's Comine in the plate in the 0-2 pitch. That misses very high. A bluff throw by Jeremy Brown down to first base. It's now 1-2 on Jeff Mathis. Ken Griffey Jr. in his 13th. Adam Dunn his 24th. Cincinnati beat Cleveland 4-2. Reds now 6 games over 500. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's hit foul down the first base line out of play. Now remains at 1-2. Tomorrow night, a 7:05 start, 7 o'clock with Heineken on deck. The River Cats and the Fresno Grizzlies. June 26th through the 29th. River Cats will be at home through the 3rd of July. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Elward takes his lead from first. As Comini's 1-2 pitch. That's a fastball. Swung on and missed. Down he goes. Comini picks up the strikeout. That's his 4th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're through 6 complete. It's Sacramento 1, Salt Lake nothing. Back on the top of the 7th after this.
Kelly, hungry for some good, sweet, juicy berries? Well, come on into Rayleigh's in Bel Air now during our big summer berry sale. 4 varieties and good prices on each. Like 2 big 1-pound containers of fresh picked strawberries, only $4. Good prices on other varieties, too. And these berries are Driscoll berries, Watsonville's premier grower. Beautiful fruit. Big, broad-shouldered strawberries, juicy blackberries and raspberries, sweet blueberries, Driscoll. They're the best. In fact, some of the berry varieties they've developed are so superior, they're patented, grown exclusively at Driscoll, and we have them. At Rayleigh's in Bel Air, we have a passion for good produce. We want the very best for our customers, and that's why we buy our berries from Driscoll. Enjoy them at Rayleigh's in Bel Air, the market's famous for fine produce. Stop by.
Meritage Homes is on the move with brand new neighborhoods in West Sacramento, Roseville, Lincoln, Elk Grove, Plumas Lakes, and Sacramento. Each new Meritage Homes neighborhood features a selection of single and 2-story homes in sizes and budgets to fit the needs of nearly every home buyer. For additional information, you can visit the communities in person, tour their homes online at meritagehomes.com, or call 916-677-5795, 916-677-5795.
Hi, this is Jay Payton, and you're listening to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
We go to the top of the 7th inning. The River Cats are leading at 1-0. 1 run, 7 hits, and no errors for the River Cats. No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Bees. And in the 7th, going to be Thomas, Robnett, and Kiger, numbers 8, 9, and 1. Charles bounced out to the first baseman, Buddy, in the 3rd. Struck out looking in the 4th. Ichiro having his hitting streak snapped last Thursday. He hit in 20 straight, and during that streak, lasted about 3 weeks, as Bland delivers a breaking ball that misses inside to Charles, and it's 1-0. He had 472, the 4th 20-game hitting streak of Ichiro's career. 1-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. The amazing thing is he had 2 or more hits in 14 of the 20 games. 1-1 the count on Charles Thomas. There's a 1-1 pitch. That's swung on and fouled back to the screen. 1-2. 1-0 Sacramento. We're in the top of the 7th inning from Franklin Covey. River Cats needing this game to make it 2 out of 5 on the 5-game series. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, line drive down the left field line. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Over to get it is Pride. Thomas takes the turn. He'll there with a single. So Charles Thomas, a leadoff single here with the 7th. That's the 8th hit for Sacramento. And nothing up Richie Robnett, the left fielder. Robnett 1 for 2, struck out in the 3rd. He doubled in the 5th. So Richie now 1 for 10, AAA. And left-handed hitter. And on the grass at 3rd is Corey Myers. Here's the pitch. Here's a bunt up along 3rd, but foul. And it's 0-1. So Richie trying to bunt Thomas over to second base. 1 run, 8 hits. No errors for Sacramento. No runs, 4 hits. And 1 error for the Bees. Good ball game here from Franklin Covey Field in Salt Lake City, Utah. A right-hander beginning to loosen up for the Bees, and that is Chris Buchek. Buchek, former first-round pick of the Angels. Moved him into the bullpen as the 0-1 pitch. Here's a bunt in the air, and it's going to be, they let it drop. The catcher lets it drop. He goes to second base for 1, on to first, double play. I'll tell you what, that's a smart play. Jeff Mathis let the ball drop in front of him. He fired to second to get the 2-6-3 double play. give Mathis credit. I mean, a bunt straight into the air, and Mathis putting his thinking cap on. He said, I'll let it drop and get the 2. So here's Mark Kiger, the shortstop. Very intelligent play by the catcher, Jeff Mathis. Here's Kiger, who is 2 for 2, including that home run, probably the only run of this game. Here's a pitch. That's taken inside 1-0. Let's pause for station identification on the Sacramento Rivercats radio network.
KTKZ Sacramento, where your opinion counts. A service of Salem Communications. KTKZ News Talk.
1-0 pitch. That's a changeup in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. So 1-1 on Kiger. Kiger with 237 on the year is Nate Bland, the left-hander's 1-1 pitch. Changeup misses high, 2-1. 1-0 Sacramento in the top of the 7th inning. Rivercats have hit into 3 double plays, or 4 double plays in this game. The 2-1 pitch taken inside, 3-1. Baker's hit into 2, Jimenez 1, and now Robnett 1. Robnett bunted into the 2-6-3 double play. There's a 3-1 pitch. That's a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. It's 3-2. Pretty good math. It's just 23 years old. Good feel for the game there. Left-hander Bland stares in. Now out of a windup, here's a 3-2 to Kiger. That swung on and fouled away on the right side. In amongst the crowd, and the count remains at 3-2. In the bottom half of the 7th, it'll be Espedo, Buddy, and Myers. 6, 7, and 8. Nobody throwing in the Rivercat bullpen. Nate Bland to the plate, the 3-2 pitch. He checks his swing. Did he go? They appeal. They say he did, and Mathis will throw to first to complete the strikeout. And I think Kiger's surprised. He didn't think he went. Kiger was jogging down that first base line. Now they say it's a strikeout. So yeah, Kiger wasn't sure he actually went, but they said he did. So Bland has a scoreless 7, no runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We'll do 6.5. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake nothing. We'll have the bottom of the 7th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
I'm here on the street where all the neighborhood grills are gathering. There seems to be a strike of some sort. Here comes a grill now. Sir, your name, please.
Weber.
What's your beef?
We're tired of grilling low-grade meat. It tastes bad, and we get blamed for it.
What are your demands?
Roseville meat. 60 different marinated meats, tri-tip, chicken breast, even exotic meats.
USDA Prime.
You heard it here. Roseville Meats, 700 Atlantic Street, just a mile off I-80 in Roseville.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Did you know that Lou Gehrig's baseball career included 493 home runs before ALS struck him out? Hit your own home run against Lou Gehrig's disease by raising money to support patient services and ongoing research to find a cure at the 6th annual Walk to Defeat ALS. The walk will be held Saturday, October 7th at the Elk Grove Regional Park during the Harvest Festival. Help the Sacramento Rivercats throw Lou Gehrig's disease a curveball. For ticket information, visit alssac.org. The Sacramento Rivercats are once again a proud sponsor of the ALS Association Greater Sacramento Chapter.
When folks think about sprinklers, they might think of hot Sacramento summer days and happy children running through spraying water to keep cool. While that is a sprinkler, I'm speaking of the sprinklers that help make your life more livable by protecting your property and lives. The many proud skilled members of Road Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669 protect your life and your personal property. Since 1915, the Sprinkler Fitters Union has been planning and installing sprinkler systems throughout Sacramento, protecting your home, schools, workplace, and property. For more information, visit sprinklerfitters669.org.
Hi, this is Derek Barton, and you're listening to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Chasing the speedo Ryan Buddy and Corey Myers face Comini as Shane's first pitch misses outside. It's 1-0. 1-0 Sacramento. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Speedo bounced out in the second. He flied out to the right fielder Perry in the 4th. Okay, the base running in this game has not been great. Base running mistakes by both clubs. And Dave Kiger is sprinting down that first base line. It's a close play. The pitch fastball swung on a miss. It's 1-1. I think Mark thought there was no possible way that they would think that he went on that pitch. He was shocked. Matt Roney, right-hander, loosening up in the bullpen for the River Cats. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That swung on, a fly ball to left field. Richie Robnett in his tracks waiting, comes up a couple of steps and makes the catch, and there is one away. So 1 down in the 7th. That'll bring up the first baseman, Ryan Buddy. The A's have added 2 more runs. They lead the San Francisco Giants 7-4. A 3-run fifth for Oakland. Bobby Crosby has driven in a couple. Bobby now hitting .248 on the year. There's Ryan Buddy, a right-handed batter, as Comini out of a windup in the pitch. Breaking ball just misses. Ball 1-1-0. Not sure where it missed. Looked like a pretty good pitch. 1 run, 8 hits, no errors for the River Cats. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Salt Lake. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball, little pop fly into foul territory, and it will. It's the first row of the seats near the Salt Lake dugout, and it's 1-1. One and one to count on Ryan Buddy. One pitch. Fastball misses high and tight. And it's 2-1 on Buddy. Comini, 6 1/3 shutout innings here in this ball game. Shane out of a windup in the 2-1 pitch. That's taken for a strike, 2-2. Maybe the most solid outing for Shane Comini on the year. He's been very tough in this game. 2-2 the count. Buddy at .221 on the year. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That swung on and foul to our right. Off the press box in the front row. Now 2-2 the count on Ryan Buddy. Comini to the plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Excuse me, check swing foul ball. It almost screams into the Salt Lake dugout. And the count remains at 2-2. There's Comini's 2-2 pitch. That's taken outside. It just missed. 3-2. So Shane is going all the way to Ryan Buddy. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. On this Sunday afternoon, glad you're with us. Good ball game. A 1-0 River Cat lead here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Shane out of a windup. And the 3-2 pitch. That swung on and popped up. Foul territory behind the plate. And he chased Jeremy Brown. Throws down the mask and cannot come up with it. It lands in the River Cat dugout. Good effort by Brown as he went into a slide down there near Tony DeFrancesco. And the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Esteban Loaiza so far, 5 innings, 5 hits, and 4 runs. 3-2 on Buddy. In the 8th, it'll be Jimenez, Espy, and McLean, 2, 3, and 4. Just holding on to a 1-0 lead here as Comini looks into Jeremy Brown. Buddy digging in for the right side of the batter's box, slightly open stance for the right side. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's fouled back on a fastball. And we'll try it again. 3-2 the count. Guarding the line at third is Scott McLean. About 16 feet behind the third base bag, about 4 feet off the line. He has made 3 outstanding plays here in this game. Here's a 3-2 pitch. That's swung on a drive to center field. Hit well. Gone back is Thomas near the track, backing up and makes the catch on the edge of the grass to the start of the warning track, and there are 2 away. So Buddy just missed it. 2 down. That's 5 straight retired by Comine, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Corey Myers. Just a long out. And here's Myers, who is 1 for 1, walked in the second, singled in the fifth. He was picked off by Comine in the fifth. Myers, a right-handed batter. And it's Comine to the plate in the pitch. Back swung on and popped up. The first baseman, Espy, drifting back. Here comes the second baseman, Jimenez, to call him off and make the catch in shallow right field, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3-7 for Shane Comine. What a performance. No runs, no hits, no errors. Number to that, we're through 7 complete. It's the River Cats 1, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the top of the 8th after this on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
For 60 years, you've included Best Western in your family summer vacation. To say thanks, the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada are offering you a limited edition $50 Best Western travel card and up to 20% off your stays with our baseball fan rate. Experience the best summer ever with the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada. Because when you stay any 6 nights with us through August 19th, you'll receive a $50 travel card to use toward a future Best Western stay anywhere in the world, and save up to 20% off with our baseball fan rate. Visit us today at bestwesternbaseball.com or call 866-743-8738 and book the baseball fan rate.
Termites can be one of the most daunting offensive units your home will ever face. Average termite control products cannot stop them. They can only hope to contain them. But Termidor is the #1 termite defense in America. It starts working right away to completely shut out the most fearsome termite offenses in 3 months or less. Defend your home with Termidor today. Termidor Termite Defense is available from Clark Pest Control. Dial 1-800-WE-NEED-YOU or visit Clark online at clarkpest.com. Thanks, Clark. We needed you.
Meritage Homes is on the move with brand new neighborhoods in West Sacramento, Roseville, Lincoln, Elk Grove, Plumas Lakes, and Sacramento. Each new Meritage Homes neighborhood features a selection of single and two-story homes in sizes and budgets to fit the needs of nearly every home buyer. For additional information, you can visit the communities in person, tour their homes online at meritagehomes.com, or call 916-677-5795. 916-677-5795.
Hi, this is Adam Malhughes. Tune in all season long to River Cats Baseball with Johnny Doskow on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, top of the 8th, it is a 1-0 River Cat lead. It'll be D'Angelo Jimenez, followed by Nate Espy and then Scott McLean, numbers 2, 3, and 4, to face the new pitcher, Chris Buchek. So Buchek takes over for Nate Bland. Bland working 2 scoreless innings. He went 2 hits, went 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs. Did not walk a batter, he struck out 2. Buchek, former starting pitcher, they moved into the bullpen. He has really struggled. 2-2, an ERA of 8.45, making his 19th appearance of the year. As Buchek's fastball on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. 33 innings, 52 hits. He's walked 21, struck out 17. It's been a struggle for the former first-round pick of the Angels. As the 0-1 pitch, that swung on, a line drive caught by the second baseman, Hendrick. And there was one away. So Jimenez busts his bat as he lines out to the second baseman. One down, here's Nate Espy, the first baseman for the River Cats, who is 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch. Buchek, the third pitcher of the ball game for the Angel affiliate. One run, 8 hits for the River Cats. No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Bees. As Buchek to the plate, the fastball taken for a strike. And the count is 0-1. Buchek pitched in the first game of this series. He went 1 inning, he struck out 2. And pitch misses outside, it's 1-1. And Buchek actually needs 1 win to pass LaTroy Hawkins for the all-time franchise lead. He's tied with LaTroy. That strikeout, the 2 strikeouts that he had moved him into first place. The all-time Salt Lake franchise leader in strikeouts. Pitch to Espy, swung on line drive down the left field line, foul, and it's 1-2. Game number 77 on the year. The River Cats trying to up their record to 38-39. Salt Lake, a hot team. They've won 11 of their last 12 baseball games. One and two to count. There's a 1-2 pitch. That misses outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Scott McLean, the on-deck hitter. Don't miss the Sacramento Bee pregame autograph session every Thursday and Sunday throughout this year. Autographs will take place for 30 minutes when the gates open at the Sac Bee kiosk located next to the on-deck shop. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. Down he goes. Dasby strikes out. 2 outs in the 8th. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Scott McLean. Matt Roney will begin to throw once again in the Rivercats bullpen. There's McLean, who was 1 for 3, popped up to the first baseman buddy in the second and the third. He singled in the 6th. The attendance 4,272, 4,272 the attendance here in this Sunday afternoon. McLean 1 for 3, big swing and a miss on a fastball, and it's 0-1. The bottom of the 8th, it'll be Casey Smith, Reggie Willits, and Curtis Pride. Numbers 9, 1, and 2. See if it's Comini to go out there for the 8th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on. A fly ball to left center. Coming in for it, Willits. Pride moving over. It'll be Curtis Pride, the left fielder, to make the catch, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3-8 for Butchek. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left as McLean's bat shatters in a couple of pieces. We're through 7.5. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake nothing. Back with the bottom of the 8th after this.
Carl Roberts right down the lane. Fancies blackjack, but pokers his game. He hits down to Jackson Rancheria around twice a week. He knows the locals ain't as nice as pie. He's been known to hold the door and tell you hi. But once he's dealt a hand, he hardly speaks. So be careful when you play his game. He'll fool you once and twice the same. Beware the habit Carl, the king of comps reads. In Jackson Rancheria, we call people like Carl dream catchers. People who have discovered that we're so much more than a casino. Perhaps you have too. Jackson Rancheria. Are you a dream catcher?
It's 3 in the afternoon, and once again you're at the Coke machine. But the Coke machine sounds a little different today. You wonder if the Coke is stuck. You wonder if you're going to have to show the Coke machine a little tough love. You do not have to show the Coke machine any tough love. Be patient. He knows you're a regular, and he's trying to find that special Coke that's right next to the refrigeration unit and a little cooler than the rest. See? He likes you.
You're listening to Sacramento Rivercats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. Rivercats Baseball is brought to you in part by the Noble Way Pest Control. Don't let bugs and rodents drive you away. Call the Knights of the Noble Way. Road Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669, providing quality fire protection installers since 1915. And by Waste Management. From everyday collection to environmental protection, look to Waste Management.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Rivercats are leading at 1-0. 1 run, 8 hits, and no errors for the Rivercats. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Bees. Matt Roney will take over for Shane Comine. Comine was brilliant in his 7 innings of work. Coming out of the bullpen today to try to save this one for Shane. As Matt Roney, the right-hander to the plate, and the first pitch to Smith taken inside. It's 1-0. Roney 3-1, 2.48. ERA, making his 25th appearance, does have a save. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's taken inside, 2-0. Roney, 13 walks, 38 strikeouts in his 32 2/3 innings of work. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike, 2-1. Comine ended up going 7 innings, allowing 4 hits, no runs. He walked 1, and he struck out 4. He can win it or have nothing to do with it. The 2-1 pitch swung and bounced on the whole left side. Backhanded nicely by Kiger. He plants, throws, and gets him. Nice play by Mark, and there is 1 away. So 1 down in the 8th. That'll bring up the center fielder, Reggie Willits. So here's Reggie Willits, who is 0 for 3, has bounced out twice and flied out. Rivercats trying to move the game under 500 here is Roney, who's been maybe the best guy out of that bullpen this year. Comes to the plate, the pitch, fastball misses outside, the count's 1-0. He has been very tough. Good chance he'll be an all-star this year. The way he has been going, opponents hitting just .232 against him. There's a 1-0 pitch to Willits. That's swung on and fouled away left side out of play, and the count's 1-1. Now, Comini, 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk. He struck out 4. Tony has been up with the big club 3 different times this year. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Fastball at the line, foul down the left field line, flashing out of play. It's 1-2. So 1-2 the count on the switch hitting Reggie Willits. Roney stares in now out of a windup in the 1-2 pitch. That swing and a bounce back to Roney. Knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first, and in time to get Willits, and there are 2 down. Ball was hit hard by the switch hitting Reggie Willits. 2 down. Here's Curtis Pride, the left fielder. Here's Pride, who is 2 for 3, singled in the first, struck out in the third, singled in the sixth. Brown checking Roney, making sure he's okay, and going over the game plan with Curtis Pride. 1-0, the River Cats lead. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. River Cats will host Fresno beginning tomorrow night. Don't forget Dinger's birthday coming up on July 2nd. The River Cats rookie club members. Chance to attend that. Pitch swung on and fouled back, and the count's 0-1. And the first base side, we're able to the Coca-Cola Kids Corner. 0-1 the count on Curtis Pride. 1-0 Sacramento. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Right-hander shakes off a sign. Now Matt Roney finds what he likes. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's taken a little high. Ball 1-1. Comini deserves a victory here today. Jason Carnuth, right-hander, beginning to loosen up in the bullpen for the River Cats. So I think as a closer, you have to have a short memory. The 1-1 pitch. That's taken high with a fastball. It's 2-1. River Cats getting their run on a Mark Kiger home run in the 3rd inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now stepping out is Curtis Pride. Roney grabs the rosin bag, tosses it down. Now the right-hander looks in to get a sign from Brown. He's ready to go. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And this is outside. Ball 3-1. So 3-1 on Pride. 3-1 pitch. That's taken for a strike at pitch. 3-2. So Roney's going all the way to Curtis Pride. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs here in the 8th inning. 1-0 Sacramento. See if Roney comes down with that slider. Got that good slider. He hasn't been throwing it all that much in this inning. His right-hander stares in. The outfield straight away on Curtis Pride. There's the 3-2 pitch from Roney. There's the slider, swung on and missed. Down he goes. Good time for it. So Roney strikes out Pride. A 1-2-3-8. No runs, no hits, no errors. Number 11 to 8 complete. Sacramento 1, Salt Lake 0. Back with the top of the 9th after this.
Sign up for SMUD's Home Power in-home electrical repair service for $5.95 per month, and you'll be entered into the ultimate Home Power Home Run Sweepstakes, brought to you by SMUD and the River Cats. For a limited time, when you sign up for Home Power online, you'll receive a pair of River Cats tickets and be entered to win tickets on a limo ride to an Oakland A's game, lunch with a River Cats player, 2007 River Cats season tickets, or first pitch and a night in the River Cats luxury suite. Visit SMUD.org and sign up for Home Power today. See SMUD.org for official rules.
I'd like a personal checking account.
Well, I'm all ears. What's your name?
Rob Lee.
All right, Bill. Can I call you Willie?
Rob.
I heard that. You married, Ernesto?
No.
A little something for the missus.
Personal checking at other banks isn't always personal. U.S. Bank checking is built around you with free internet bill pay, free ATMs, and the most reward choices, even cash back. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have?
Bye, Murray.
Rob. U.S. Bank, member FDIC.
What's even better than a brand new car? Winning $100,000 at the Roseville Auto Mall just for test driving it. Right now, every test drive you take at the Roseville Auto Mall enters you into the drawing to win $100,000 when they sell their 500,000th car. Eureka Road off I-80 right on Sunrise.
Know what drives you? Roseville Auto Mall.
Home of the $100,000 giveaway. Vehicle test drive required with valid California driver's license, but no purchase necessary to enter or win. See dealer for details.
I'm here on the street where all the neighborhood grills are gathering. There seems to be a strike of some sort. Here comes a grill now. Sir, your name, please.
Weber.
What's your beef?
We're tired of grilling low-grade meat. It tastes bad, and we get blamed for it.
What are your demands?
Roseville meat. 60 different marinated meats, tri-tip, chicken breast, even exotic meats.
USDA Prime.
You heard it here. Roseville Meats, 700 Atlantic Street, just a mile off I-80 in Roseville.
All right, we go to the top of the ninth inning. The River Cats lead it 1-0. Going to be Perry, Brown, and Baker to face Chris Buchek. Perry is 1 for 1. He doubled in the second, walked in the fourth, sacrificed in the sixth. A left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. That's taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Cigarette butts, the leading littered item. That's right. Cigarette butts are litter. Caltrans Stormwater Program reminds you, don't trash California. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on and lifted down the left field line. It's slicing on the left fielder Pride in the corner, and he runs out of room. 0-2 on Jason Perry. Perry at 268 on the season. Only run of this game, the Mark Kiger solo shot. Going to the count on Jason Perry. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That fastball misses high. Ball 1-1-2. River Cats have managed 8 hits in this game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball taken outside. It just missed. Ball 2-2-2. Buchek was bouncing off the mound like it was strike 3. Buchek working a perfect 8th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That misses inside. Ball 3-3-2. To the count on Jason Perry. As Buchek to the plate, the 3-2 pitch. That swung on and popped up. The second baseman, Howie Kendrick, calling for it. Howie under it. He makes the catch near the second base bag, and there is one away. So one down in the ninth. That'll bring up the catcher, Jeremy Brown. New Orleans scored 4 in the top of the 10th inning to defeat Oklahoma 5-1. Fresno 3, Colorado Springs 3. That game is in the 5th. Here's Brown, who is 1 for 3, singled in the second inning, struck out in the 4th, struck out in the 6th. Here's the pitch from Buchek. That swung on a little too operates at third. Myers will charge it. He'll glove it. He'll fire over to first in time. There are 2 down. So Buchek's retired the 5 batters he has faced. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, John Baker. Here's Baker, who is 0 for 3. Baker hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the second, struck out in the 4th, bounced into a 4-6-3 double play in the 6th. 1-0 Sacramento. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Buchek had a tough year out of a windup. Here's the pitch. That fastball misses high. It's 1-0. Las Vegas will be at Tucson a little bit later on. If the River Cats hold on here, they will climb to within 9.5 games of first place. Carnute still throwing in the bullpen for Sacramento. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses high. It's 2-0 on Baker. There's a 2-0 pitch. That's hit foul toward the Rivercat dugout on the third base side. It's 2-1. Right-hander boot check out of a windup. There's a 2-1 pitch. That's taken inside. Ball 3-1. Charles Thomas would be next. Fresno leading, Fresno and Colorado Springs tied at 3. The Sky Sox with 3 in the 5th inning. There's the pitch. That's bounced toward the shortstop. Charging is the shortstop. He bobbles it. Smith throws to first. Still in time to get Baker. Nice job by Smith to stick with it. So 6 up and 6 down against Buchek. No runs, no hits, no errors. Number to that, we're through 8.5 innings of play. It's the Rivercats 1, Salt Lake nothing. It'll be Jason Carnuth to face Kendrick, Elward, and Mathis after this.
How do they make the Heineken keg can? Theory number 51. They cloned a smaller version of a keg.
Hey, Doc, you did another sheep.
I know! I'm knocking on it! Theory number 15. They put a full-sized keg in ice water, hoping it would shrivel.
Did it shrivel? Yeah. Look. I meant the keg. It's cute, though.
The one-of-a-kind Heineken keg can. How did they do that? Imported by Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
Tim Sabo. You remind us a lot of Lightning McQueen. You know, from the new movie Cars. You like things fast, you're confident, and deep down, you've got a big carburetor. Well, heart. Anyway, back to the speed and confidence. You should sign up for AT&T Yahoo High-Speed Internet. Just $12.99 a month for 12 months when new customers order online. Switch from your old cable company to the new AT&T and get 3 months free. For a limited time, it's just $12.99 a month. And you'll be so fast, you could probably beat Lightning once around the Internet. So that's Tim's world. For everybody that's not Tim, we can deliver this kind of speed to him. Imagine what we can do for you. Just visit att.com/cars and see Cars, the new Disney Pixar film, only in theaters. SBC is now the new AT&T. Your world. Delivered.
New customers only. Taxes, other charges, and the FUSF cost recovers the extra. High-speed internet bill has applied after 3 months paid service. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com/offer details. Not available in all areas.
Hi, this is Brian McCarn. Tune in all season long to Sacramento Rivercat Baseball with Johnny Dasco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
All right, we go to the bottom of the ninth. The Rivercats leading at 1-0. Trying to return the favor from Weaver's 1-0 win 2 nights ago. And it'll be Kendrick, Elward, and Mathis, 3, 4, and 5 to face the right-hander Jason Carnuth. Carnuth 0-6 here at 4.78, making his 35th appearance, tops on the club. Kendrick 0 for 3 as Carnuth delivers in the first pitch, a slider for a strike, and it's 0-1. Good pitch. Kendrick at 381 on the year, right-handed batter. Carnuth comes set, the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on and banged to the left field for a base hit. So Kendrick a sharp single to left to lead things off here in the 9th inning. And that'll bring up the designated hitter Mike Elward. Castellano beginning to loosen up in the bullpen for the Rivercats. And here is Elward. We'll see if the cleanup hitter is up there to bunt. Looks like Randy Keesler will begin to throw as well. In on the grass at third is McLean. SB holding on Kendrick at first. Let's see if Elward bunts here. As Carnuth over to first to check on Kendrick. 1 run, 8 hits, no errors for the Rivercats. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Bees. As Carnuth comes set, here's the pitch. That's taken a little bit low, maybe. Looks like a pretty good pitch. It's 1-0. Now Tadano is not throwing. It's Randy Keesler, the left-hander, beginning to throw in the bullpen for the Rivercats. It's a big game for the Rivercats for their psyche as Kendrick takes his lead. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's swung on and missed on a good breaking ball from the right-hander Carnuth. It's 1-1. Now 1-1 the count. The right hand hitting Mike Elward. Kendrick takes his lead. Here's the pitch. That's swung on and lifted foul right side out of play. So Harper was not bunting with his cleanup hitter. It's now 1-2. So 1-2 the count on Mike Elward. Here's the pitch. That's taken. Strike three called on the outside edge. He got him with a fastball, so Elwood strikes out. One away. Great pitch from Carnuth, and here is Jeff Mathis, the catcher. Oh, he's had a big out. Now a double play, you win the baseball game. Sedano, the right-hander, Keister, the left-hander, both throwing now. Here is Jeff Mathis, a right-handed batter. Runner on first, one out. Kendrick represents the tying run. Mathis the winning run. 1-0 River Cats as Carnuth over to first to check on Howie Kendrick, and Kendrick gets back. Brian Harper, some encouraging words from the third base coaching box. He's the skipper of this club as Carnuth at the belt. And the right-hander's pitch. That's swung on and missed on a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Mathis did not look good on that swing. 0-1 the count. McLean guarding the line at third. Espy holding on Kendrick at first. It's Espy, Jimenez, Kiger, and McLean on the infield, with Perry Thomas and Rob Nett in the outfield. Brown doing the catching, and Carnuth on the hill. The 0-1 pitch. That's swung on and missed. It's 0-2. So Carnuth quickly ahead of the right hand hitting Mathis. Jason Espedo, the on-deck hitter. It's 0-2 on Mathis. Right-hander comes set, the 0-2 pitch. That misses outside. Ball 1-2. Kendrick takes the lead. Pretty good lead over there. And Carnuth agreed as he goes over to first to check on him. 1-0 River Cats. River Cats getting their run on a Mark Kiger home run in the third. A solo shot with 2 outs. And it out to right center. Carnuth comes set. And the 1-2 pitch. That's taken outside. It just missed. 2-2. Oh, is that a close pitch to take with 2 strikes if you're Mathis? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Middle infield and double play depth. Oh, for a 6-4-3 right here. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's swung on and missed. Down he goes. So he strikes out Mathis on the breaking ball. 2 outs. And the Salt Lake Bees are down to their final out. Here's Jason Espedo, the right fielder. Here's Espedo at 2 outs. And a runner on first base. Espedo 0 for 3, hitting a .154 in his short time with AAA. Some of the fans getting on their feet as Carnuth comes set in the pitch. That's taken outside of the fastball. It's 1-0. Kiger is cheating towards second base. And with McLean guarding the line, there's a huge hole in the left side. Jimenez playing just about straight away at second base. Espy holding on Kendrick. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's swung on and chopped foul toward the Salt Lake dugout on the first base side. It's now 1-1. So 1-1 to count on Jason Espedo, A-S-P-I-T-O. As Kendrick takes his lead, and again, Jason over to first to check on him. 1-1 to count, 1-0 River Cats, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's taken outside and low with the fastball. It's now 2-1. So 2-1 on Jason Espedo. Cats trying to get that 38th win. Here's the pitch. That's swung on and lifted down the left field line, slicing foul and out of play. It's now 2-2. So now the River Cats 1 strike away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0 Sacramento. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning. Carnuth at the belt now, over to first again to keep an eye on Howie Kendrick. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's swung on, line drive, base hit center field. Rounding second base and getting to third is Kendrick. It's first and third now with 2 outs. Now that tying run is just 90 feet away. Here's Ryan Buddy, the first baseman. And this is the guy that hit the walk-off last night. So here's Buddy. who was hit by a pitch in the second, struck out in the fourth, flied out to the center fielder Thomas in the seventh. So that tying run a mere 90 feet away, and now it's a 1-0 game, and Ryan Buddy, a little deja vu here is Buddy at the home run off Carnuth in the 10th inning to win it last night. Right-hander at the belt. And the pitch to Buddy. That's a fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count on the right hand hitting Ryan Buddy. Speedo from first, Kendrick from third. As the 0-1 pitch is taken low and away. It's 1-1. Randy Kiesler, left-hander, still throwing in the Rivercat bullpen. Carnuth looks in with first and third, 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch is taken outside. It just missed. Now 2-1. Two and one the count. Here with 2 outs. Speedo and Kendrick take their leads. And the 2-1 pitch. That's taken for a strike. 2-2. And once again, the Rivercat just 1 strike away. 2-2 the count on Buddy with 2 outs. Carnuth looking for his 14th save of the year. As runners take their lead. Jason at the bell. Now the 2-2 pitch. That's swung on. A fly ball to center field. Hit well. Going back is Thomas near the track. He's on the track and makes the catch, and the Rivercats win it 1-0. Oh, Ryan Buddy almost did it again. But the Rivercats escape, and they win 2 of the 5 games in this series. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Final score, Sacramento 1, Salt Lake 0. And we'll have the totals in the postgame show after this.
You've been listening to Sacramento Rivercats Baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM. The Sacramento Rivercats, the AAA affiliate of the Oakland A's and 5-time champion of the Pacific Coast League Southern Division. Rivercats Baseball was brought to you in part by Heineken. It's all about the beer. Sacramento Coca-Cola, proud founding corporate partner of Rivercats Baseball. Coca-Cola, make it real. AT&T, the new AT&T, your world delivered. Rayleigh's in Bel Air, the market's famous for fine meats and produce. And by Miller Lite, great taste, less filling. Miller, good call. Stay tuned for a complete scoring summary, analysis, and highlights of the game in the Rivercats post-game show. Next.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Hey, shut her up from there. Everybody plays now.
Hey, I just found a great way to refinance the remodeling I want to do to my house.
Oh? How's that?
I'm getting an equity loan from the Golden One Credit Union. Their equity loans have a great low rate.
Well, I can see how an equity loan may save you some money, but why use an equity loan for the financing?
Because the interest may be tax deductible. But always consult your tax advisor regarding deductibility of interest.
Yeah, I've been thinking about buying a new car.
Oh.
And if I buy it with money from a Golden One equity loan, I may be able to save money with a low rate and possibly save on taxes.
Right.
It looks like an equity loan from the Golden One is a great way to save money when it's necessary to borrow.
It sure is. Golden One members can use equity loans to make major purchases, consolidate debts, or for things like financing a college education. A Golden One equity loan application is quick and easy to fill out, and you can apply by visiting golden1.com, any Golden One office, or by calling 1-877-GOLDEN-1.
Anyone who lives or works in the Sacramento area can join the Golden One and experience service with a personal touch. The Golden One is an equal housing lender.
True fans of our national pastime know that regulation Big League Baseball is made of cowhide, held together by exactly 108 double stitches. And serious gasoline aficionados, of whom there have to be millions, right? No, Chevron with Techron was the first gasoline designated top-tier gasoline by BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota. So if you ever need a good baseball trivia question, remember 108. And if you're wondering what's great for your car, the correct answer is Chevron with Techron.
In baseball, you can tell a real pitcher by his ERA and a real fan by his HD TV. Yep, high-definition TV from Comcast Digital Cable. You've never seen baseball like this, with amazing color and detail, so lifelike you'll be reaching for your mitt. Plus, you'll get a huge lineup of premium and local programming in HD. You know, for those 5 minutes a week you're not watching sports. So this season, don't just see the game, be the game with HD TV from Comcast. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Hit it! The River Cats are up and everybody plays now.
This is Sacramento River Cats baseball on KTKZ News Talk 1380 AM.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Gotta get a hit. Gotta get a hit. Hey, the River Cats are up and everybody plays now.
It's time for the River Cats post-game show. Here again is the voice of the River Cats, Johnny Dosco.
Yeah, great ball game here at Franklin Covey Field. The River Cats win it by a final score of 1-0. They get the shutout. And for the River Cats, as far as shutouts are concerned, that is shutout number 5 this year. So they've had 5 shutouts, a nice 1-0 shutout victory here at Franklin Covey. Totals in the ball game for the River Cats: 1 run, 8 hits, and no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Salt Lake Bees, no run, 6 hits, and 1 error. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher, Shane Comini, he was magnificent. He's 4-7. The losing pitcher, Jeff Haverlow, he falls to 2-3. The save to Jason Carnuth, his 14th of the year. We'll give you the highlights after this.
Johnny, hungry for some good, sweet, juicy berries? Well, come on into Rayleigh's in Bel Air now during our big summer berry sale. 4 varieties and good prices on each. Like 2 big 1-pound containers of fresh picked strawberries, only $4. Good prices on other varieties, too. And these berries are Driscoll berries, Watsonville's premier grower. Beautiful fruit. Big, broad-shouldered strawberries, juicy blackberries and raspberries, sweet blueberries. Driscoll, they're the best. In fact, some of the berry varieties they've developed are so superior, they're patented, grown exclusively at Driscoll, and we have them. At Rayleigh's in Bel Air, we have a passion for good produce. We want the very best for our customers, and that's why we buy our berries from Driscoll. Enjoy them at Rayleigh's in Bel Air, the market's famous for fine produce. Stop by.
We have all heard the stories of the great fires that struck the cities of Baltimore, Chicago, and San Francisco. Many lives were lost and millions of dollars of property destroyed. Back then, fire protection systems did not exist. With the advent of fire sprinkler systems came the skilled professionals who install them. Union Sprinkler Fitters are highly trained professionals who are proud to protect your homes, schools, workplace, and property. Since 1915, Union Sprinkler Fitters have been making your life more livable by helping to make you, your family, and coworkers safe. This message is brought to you by Road Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669, serving the greater Sacramento area with pride and distinction.
The 2006 Sacramento River Cats aren't always playing baseball at Rayleigh Field. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2006 River Cats Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is the most powerful video game and entertainment system out there, delivering the best games, the next generation of premier Xbox Live online gaming services, and unique digital entertainment experiences that revolve around you. Xbox 360, available now at your local retailer. Jump in at xbox.com for more information.
Hi, this is Rick Rodriguez. Tune in all season long to Sacramento River Cats baseball with Johnny Dosco on News Talk 1380, KTKZ.
Yeah, fantastic baseball game here this afternoon as the River Cats win it 1-0, notching their 5th shutout of the year. Shane Comini, magnificent. The River Cats squandered many opportunities in this game. In the first, they got a single from Kiger. Jimenez bounced into a double play. In the second, they had runners on first and third with 1 out, and Baker bounced into the 6-4, 3 double plays, so 2 double plays in 2 innings. In the third, however, with 2 outs, Mark Kiger stepped up there with nobody on, and here's what happened. Haverlow, the slow windup, and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball swung on a drive to right center. Well, going back at speed near the track, he's at the wall, and it is gone. A home run for Kiger, and the River Cats lead it 1-0. Yeah, for Kiger, his 3rd home run of the year, his 14th RBI. River Cats had that 1-0 lead. Meanwhile, Shane Comini worked a perfect third. He struck out 2, was helped out by a great leaping grab by the third baseman, Scott McLean. In the 4th inning, Scotty made another nice play earlier in the ball game as he robbed Mathis of a base hit with a nice backhanded play on a hard smash hit by Jeff. So the River Cats led 1-0 after 4 complete. They left to run around second base in the 4th. In the 5th inning, they got a double from Rob Nett. Kiger would sacrifice Rob Nett to third, and then Jimenez hit a ground ball to Kendrick, who was in on the grass, and Rob Nett tried to score. Kendrick fired home, and they nailed Rob Nett at the plate. So River Cats were wondering how many opportunities they could squander and still remain with the lead. Well, Comini still dealing as he went 5 innings, and it was still 1-0. In the bottom half of the 6th, they got a leadoff single from Curtis Pride. He would move to second on the wild pitch. He moved to third on the ground ball, so run around third with one out, and then Elward hit a ground ball down to the shortstop. Kiger came home, and they threw out Curtis Pride at home plate. Then Mathis would strike out. But rewind to the top half of the sixth inning. The Rivercats had loaded the bases with nobody out as Espy was hit with a pitch. McLean singled to move Espy to second, and McLean extended his hitting streak to 11 games, tying a Rivercat high this year. Perry then laid down a nice bunt down the third base line, and the pitcher, Ryan Buddy, or the pitcher at the time, Nate Bland, bobbled it, fired to first. They originally called it a hit as Perry had beat it out, but they decided that it would be a sacrifice E1, and that loaded the bases with nobody out. Well, Brown struck out for the first out. Then John Baker stepped up to the plate. Here's what happened. And the pitch. Off speed, hit up the middle, and Kendrick able to make play. Go to second for one on. The first double play. What a play by Kendrick. Are you kidding me? And they get out of it unharmed. The Rivercats have the bases loaded, nobody out, and they can't score. Oh, is that a play by Howie Kendrick to his right? He flipped it quickly to Smith, who fired to Buddy, and they get the 4-6-3 double play. No run. Yeah, the 4-6-3 double play, and the Rivercats squandering yet another opportunity. But Shane Comine worked a perfect seventh, so through seven it was a 1-0 baseball game. Went to the top of the eighth inning as Buchek replaced Nate Bland. He worked a perfect eighth, then is lined out to the second baseman Kendrick, then Espy struck out, then McLean flied out. Bottom half of the eighth, Matt Roney worked a perfect eighth. The top of the ninth, the Rivercats could not get anybody on against Buchek as Buchek worked a 1-2-3 ninth, so we headed to the bottom of the ninth, a 1-0 baseball game. Kendrick, a leadoff single to left off of Jason Carnuth, that took over for Roney. Then Elward would strike out looking, Mathis would strike out swinging, so with 2 outs, Jason Espedo was the hitter, and he singled to center field, moving Kendrick to third base. So first and third, 2 outs, and the last chance for Salt Lake was last night's hero, Ryan Buddy. As runners take their lead, Jason at the bell. Now the 2-2 pitch. That's swung on, a fly ball to center field, hit well. Going back is Thomas near the track. He's on the track and makes the catch, and the Rivercats win it 1-0. Yeah, the Rivercats with a 1-0 win as Ryan Buddy hit it well, and Thomas able to track it down. Nice play by Charles in center field, and the Rivercats get the 1-0 victory here today. We'll come back with the pitching lines and the Pacific Coast League scoreboard right after this.
Ever see all the Rivercats out there stretching before a game? Well, you can't play ball unless you loosen up first. Anybody knows that. But did you know that can be true for your plants too? Sometimes the soil needs to be loosened up before you can plant, or the results will be like a ball player who hasn't done his stretches. Not too impressive. If you want to loosen up your clay soil, the best choice is Kellogg Amend. It's like a personal trainer for your garden. Amend, one of the Kellogg planting mixes. Topper, Grow Mulch, Amend, Enrich, and Patio Plus, the official garden products of the Sacramento Rivercats.
Hey fans, the Rivercats in Rayleigh Field are selling a brand new hot dog and gourmet sausage. Alpine Meats, the winner of over 18 other companies in that great taste shootout of '93, is now the proud supplier to the Rivercats. Alpine products are made in small batches with select meats and premium spices, then slowly smoked with hickory. Alpine Meats, the choice of sports fans at more sports facilities in Northern California than any other company. You'll savor the flavor of Alpine Meats. After all, anything else is just a weenie. Ask your butcher. Alpine Meats. Satisfying taste buds since 1936.
I'm looking for a low interest rate on a home equity loan.
How does 18.9% sound?
Can you go any lower?
How does 18.9% sound? Other banks talk low rates, but only U.S. Bank has low rates with 5-star service guaranteed. Flexible home equity loans, fast decisions, and low rates. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have? U.S. Bank, equal housing lender.
Meritage Homes is on the move with brand new neighborhoods in West Sacramento, Roseville, Lincoln, Elk Grove, Plumas Lakes, and Sacramento. Each new Meritage Homes neighborhood features a selection of single and two-story homes in sizes and budgets to fit the needs of nearly every home buyer. For additional information, you can visit the communities in person, tour their homes online at meritagehomes.com, or call 916-677-5795, 916-677-5795.
Hi, this is Sean Cohn, and you're listening to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Doskow on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Pitching lines in this ball game. Jeff Haverlow, 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run was earned, 2 walks. He struck out 5. Nate Bland, 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Chris Buchek, 2 innings, and he struck out 1. Shane Comine, 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk. He struck out 4, maybe his best outing of the year. Matt Roney, 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Jason Carnuth, 1 inning, 2 hits, and 2 strikeouts. Time of the ball game, a crisp 2 hours and 33 minutes, and the attendance 4,272. Well, going over the Pacific Coast League scoreboard, and a couple of the games will be played a little bit later on. But Iowa defeated Omaha 5-3. It was New Orleans with 1 in the 9th and 4 in the 10th. They beat Oklahoma in Oklahoma 5-1. Memphis beat Albuquerque by a final score of 8-4. Portland leading Tacoma in the 7th 4-3. The Sky Sox in Colorado Springs and the Fresno Grizzlies tied at 3. That game is in the 6th. Nashville at Round Rock later on, and Las Vegas at Tucson later on. The Rivercats hoping to get some help from Las Vegas. If the 51s win that game, the Rivercats will be 9 games back in the Pacific Coast League's Southern Division. We'll come back with the Major League scores and tell you what's on tap for tomorrow after this.
Now here's the story of Peg, Meg, and Sue. Come to Jackson Rancheria, it's what they love to do. Nickel and penny slots are often the choices. You can hear the excitement well up in their voices. Well, these sweet and sassy seniors got truly inspired. Stayed more than a few hours than were required. First Peg hit a jackpot, next Meg, then Sue. Now at Jackson Rancheria, we call them the Wrecking Crew. At Jackson Rancheria, we call Peg, Meg, and Sue dream catchers. People have discovered that we're so much more than a casino. Perhaps you'd have too. Jackson Rancheria, are you a dream catcher?
Sign up for SMUD's Home Power in-home electrical repair service for $5.95 per month, and you'll be entered into the ultimate Home Power Home Run Sweepstakes, brought to you by SMUD and the Rivercats. For a limited time, when you sign up for Home Power online, you'll receive a pair of Rivercats tickets and be entered to win tickets and a limo ride to an Oakland A's game, lunch with a Rivercats player, 2007 Rivercats season tickets, or first pitch and a night in the Rivercats luxury suite. Visit SMUD.org and sign up for Home Power today. See SMUD.org for official rules.
For 60 years, you've included Best Western in your family summer vacation. To say thanks, the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada are offering you a limited edition $50 Best Western travel card and up to 20% off your stays with our baseball fan rate. Experience the best summer ever with the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada. Because when you stay any 6 nights with us through August 19th, you'll receive a $50 travel card to use toward a future Best Western stay anywhere in the world and save up to 20% off with our baseball fan rate. Visit us today at bestwesternbaseball.com or call 866-743-8738 and book the baseball fan rate.
Hi, this is Tony DeFrancisco, manager of the Sacramento Rivercats, and you're listening to Rivercats Baseball with Johnny Dasco on News Talk 1380 KTKZ.
Our Major League scoreboard, the A's are leading the San Francisco Giants 10-4. That game is in the 9th inning. Steve Finley has hit his 5th home run of the year for the Giants. A's looking for their 41st win, and it looks like they'll be a game and a half up on Texas. As we haven't got to that score yet, but Texas was trailing late. Dodgers 7, Pittsburgh 4. That game is in the 9th. Joe Randaz hit his 2nd for Pittsburgh. Nomar Garciaparra is 9th for the Dodgers. The Angels 8. Arizona 8. The Angels 6. As Kendrick Morales has hit his 4th for the Angels. Orlando Hudson is 5th for Arizona. Yep, Colorado has defeated Texas 3-0. Byung-Hyun Kim with the win, 5-4. Vicente Padilla with the loss, 6-5. Brian Fuentes is 15th save. So if the A's win, they'll be a game and a half up on the Rangers. Seattle 9, San Diego 4, Sherrill the win, 2-1. Embry the loss, 2-1. Richie Sexton has hit 2 home runs, numbers 13 and 14. For San Diego, Mike Cameron has hit his 8th. Khalil Green is 10th, and Ben Johnson with his 2nd in as many days. Houston in Chicago tonight, that's Oswald and Vasquez. Oswald 6-3, Vasquez 8-4. Florida is in New York tonight. The Yankees Sanchez against Chacon. That's a day-night doubleheader. That's the night game, obviously. That's 7. Toronto 4. Traxel the win, 6-4. Towers the loss, 1-9. Wagner is 15th save. Jose Reyes his 2nd consecutive 4-hit game. Valentine hit his 7th for the Mets. Carlos Beltran is 20th, and Reyes with his 8th. For Toronto, Benji Molina hit his 6th, and Lyle Overbay with his 10th. Cincinnati 4, Cleveland 2. Ramirez the win, 3-6. Sowers the loss, 0-1. And Coffey with his 6th save. Ken Griffey Jr. at his 13th for Cincinnati. Adam Dunn with his 24th. Detroit won again as they got a 3-run 8th. They swept the Cardinals. They win this one 4-1. Ledesma the win 1-0. Ponson the loss 4-3, and Jones with his 20th save. Atlanta 4, Tampa Bay 1. James the win 1-0. Took a one-hitter into the 7th. Hendrickson with the loss 4-8, and Sosa with his first save. Todd Pratt hit his second for Atlanta. It was Washington 9, Baltimore 5. Hernandez the win 6-8. Cabrera the loss 4-5. Bird hit his 4th for Washington, and Conine his 6th for Baltimore. Philadelphia and Boston postponed due to rain. That game will be made up on Monday. Kansas City shut out Milwaukee. The Royals now 24-50. They win at 6-0. Royals have won 6 of 7. Redmond the win 5-4. He won his 5th straight. Helling the loss 0-2. Jimmy Gobble with his first save. Minnesota 8 and the Chicago Cubs 1. It was Ratke the win. Brad now 6-7. Marshall the loss 4-6. Hunter is 11th. And Rodriguez with his second. And the Yankees won the first game of that doubleheader against Florida 2-1. Mike Mussina the win 9-3. Dontrell Willis the loss 4-7. Mariano Rivera with his 16th save of the year. Johnny Damon with his 11th home run of the year. Well, great ball game, a good series. I'll tell you, we had some tight games in this series. Rivercats winning this one 1-0. They lost last night 3-2. Weaver's Gem on Friday night. It was a 1-0 Salt Lake win. Rivercats defeated Salt Lake 7-4, coming back from a 4-1 deficit in the second game of the series. Game 1 was a bit of a laugher, but that was really the only bad game in this series, although Joe Saunders 7 tough innings in that ball game. Hey, friends, don't forget, tomorrow night, come out to Rayleigh Field. Rivercats will take on the Fresno Grizzlies, the I-99 rivalry. It'll be the right-hander Juan Dominguez for Sacramento. He's 5-8, an ERA of 5.92. And he will be opposed by the right-hander Matt Kinney. Matt Kinney's ERA up above 5.5. He had a nice start against the Rivercats last year. So Matt Kinney and Juan Dominguez will get the call tomorrow night. 7 o'clock with Heineken on next 7:05. First pitch join us. We have 8 games at home, 4 against the Fresno Grizzlies and 4 against the Salt Lake Bees. Many, many games against Salt Lake and Fresno over the next month. So nice win. The Rivercats now 38-39, hoping to get some help from Las Vegas. Salt Lake falls to 45-31. Shane Comini, the story in this ball game. Charles Thomas, a nice catch as Ryan Buddy driving that ball to the warning track. And the Rivercats get the 1-0 win. I'd like to thank our engineer, Kelvin Sow, did a great job in this ball game today, and does a great job all year. And for Kelvin Sow, this is Johnny Dosco bidding you farewell from Franklin Covey Field in Salt Lake City, Utah, where the Rivercats get their 5th shutout of the year, and they beat Salt Lake 1-0. For Kelvin, this is Johnny. Have a great night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Rivercats post-game show. The Sacramento Rivercats, the AAA affiliate of the Oakland A's, and 5-time champion of the Pacific Coast League Southern Division. Join us next time for more exciting Rivercats baseball on KTKZ News Talk, 1380 AM.
It's on the field. It's in the stands. Hey, got the rock from there. Everybody plays now.
KTKZ Sacramento, where your opinion counts. A service of Salem Communications. KTKZ News Talk.